Listen. Yeah. Yes, God. Get that out of there.
Why, hello, everybody. Apologies and thank you so much for your patience. I was supposed to go live the other day with the rant report, and I had to take a step back from social media and other things because I had to focus on taking care of my car, which a lot of y'all are super familiar with that situation and the stress that it's caused me. And I can now say that the storm is over. We're out of hell when it comes to that. So I'm very, 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 very happy in this situation here. I'm trying to make sure my headphones are working. Hold on, there's a short in here. There we go. Yeah, like that was just a wild turn for me. So today the focus is going to be on a show that we are enjoying. Oh my gosh, y'all don't know. This is so hard. I need another crane situation for my microphone because this Yeti is so heavy. And this one I think is for like a lighter microphone because it's like bending, baby. So I have to like angle it perfectly to get it this way, the way I like it. But like, back to what I was saying, it's Traitors Day. And we know the episode premiered last night around 8 Central, 9 p.m. Eastern on Peacock. And to be honest, I'm not pleased with how that ended. I was a little bit like, really now you gonna edge us like that? That's what we're doing? Okay, because it seems inevitable what is going to happen. It seems like we already know where this is about to go, the road we're taking. Nobody needs to do what we really need to do. But at the same time, there is one moment of shock where I'm like, oh my God, is it going to be that? Is that going to be what the nail is in the coffin because of a mistake? Trying to make sure that their game is not off, but you also misread the room? Oh no. Plus, there is a power of the Seer, which is super importante and could be completely the way the faithfuls win the game, or possibly for a traitor to survive their way through for what is the last episode that is going to be next week, followed by the reunion. So I'm excited to get into this week's episode, but I'm also a little frustrated because there's not that many people there. And it was nice to see Gabby go to work at that round table. And to be fair, she didn't have to do much because I honestly told y'all, if they just bring 3 things to the table, it is over for whoever the argument is for. There should be no reason that there is any discussion made for it. There are 3 POVs, points of view. Different times you did something that was wild. And that's 3 times we can connect the dots back to a situation that happened with another trader going, Gabby did the work. I was like, okay, now here we go, giving a tea cozy cover on top of her bodice, which I thought the outfit was cute. But I looked at Danielle and I'm like, oh, so you're baby voicing her? Okay, weird. What a way to get your point across. Then your last minute ditch effort was, Dylan, you can't do this to me, Dylan. And I'm like, the wrong man to beg to, I promise you. Either way, I did like parts of this. Britney running all over the castle, find people to get a vote in. Dolores still being Dolores, and Tom isn't even there anymore, and we're still voting against like all the grain. But we'll get there. So thanks again for tuning in. My name is Matty-Rants. We're talking about the Traitors today. Do me a favor, hit that like button, share, and subscribe, become part of this Rant Pack family. If you want to drop, no, not yet. We're doing this in order, totally not in the order. Look at me taking a day extra to get things done, and I already forget how my routine works. But disclaimer, this program is for entertainment purposes only, and content's not intended to malign any religion, race, gender, company, individual, or wigs, and all opinions expressed by myself are solely my personal opinions and do not reflect the opinions of every human on the planet. No hate should be sent to any of the shows or individuals mentioned on this program, so please don't be rude. Grab your libations and strap in. I'm a little bit of a talker. We're not going to be here that long. It's, again, not that not that deep of an episode. Don't post any spoilers in the chat. And if you feel uncomfortable, after viewing this program, consume some Activia and have a good mood. Okay, I had to sing out that last part because clearly me speaking wasn't working. It just wasn't happening. I was like, sing it, Matty. But yes, we're here to have fun today, as we do every time I go live. This is not about some sort of set agenda to make you feel bad, to make others feel bad, to stress out your favorite celebrity, to make them feel like, ooh, ooh, ooh. I don't care. I really don't care. We're just here to have fun. And sometimes our opinions do not align with whatever universe that we're living in. But I promise you, my Milky Way brings all the boys and girls and they thems to the yard. And they're like, it's better than yours. Dang right, it's better than yours. I could teach you, but I have to charge. If you did want to drop a little bit of love in my jar, it goes a long, long way. A little bit of love. It's paypal.me/Matty-Rants, Cash App $Matty-Rants, and Venmo Matty-Rants just for your host, Mostin with the Mostin. You do not have to, but if you want to, please and thank you. It's down there, paypal.me/Matty-Rants, Cash App $Matty-Rants, and Venmo Matty-Rants. Shoes. After what happened with this car, I could use it, but I again appreciate all of those for tuning in. What you can do that is so also really very important, hit like button. Make sure you get in the comment section after this and talk about the episode, highs and lows, who you want to go, who you want to stay, where you're at, grievances with the peak that is gawking, of course, with the Traitors. But yes, I'd love to hear from you. So yes, thank you so much for being here. MBK Aaron, how you doing, my baby? Xavier Jackson, Sasha, what's going on? Morgan, Tito, Burrito, Cameron, Bo, Purple Eater, how you doing, honey? Huggy hugs, kissy kiss. Morgan, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in today. And for those of you who are listening that are not a part of the live chat, that just may be here to get a point of view, whether you love me or hate me or not. I hope you're having a good day regardless, and I appreciate you for tuning in. So let's go ahead and get into the episode. Make sure my phone is on Do Not Disturb. And that's what we're going to do. Mandy, how you doing, baby? All right. Now, I was here for the Danielle disheveled freestyles, braids of it all, just fully going into what is happening. Why are we doing this? What is going on? Okay. Oh, if you stick around, because I'm going to get through this video. Mind you, we may have a special guest pop in for this live today. I'm not sure, but I did send them the link. I won't say what. Oh, an announcement. I'm so sorry. Totally announcement. So for tomorrow's Drag Race review, Jamar84 will be joining me in co-hosting because he's not going to be able to be on the panel Sunday. As you know, Jamar is part of the Chasing Reality series on YouTube. He's one of the producers on the show, working behind the scenes. So Jamar is going to be on set, I believe, in reference for that. And of course, I respect all of my panel members in their outside engagements, participations, hobbies, jobs. So Jamar did a wonderful treat for me, which is Matt, and I can't be Sunday, but how about Saturday? Oh, more. Yes, let's do old school review. Let's do it. So Jamar will be joining me tomorrow for the review. And of course, we still have the panel. And yes, as you've seen, Blake and C. Diggy have shown up on 3 back-to-back occasions. So if you just tune in, you never know who's going to be on the show. We've also had people from Drag Race on the show as well. So I am no longer giving away. I'm just like, if you're there and you're there, you're there. But if you're not, there. Here you go. She rhymes. Rhymica. But yes, back to Traitors here. So let's really roll on by. And I will get into story time about what happened with the car yesterday because it was a lot. But I'd rather do the review first and then talk about some stuff that's off topic. It's going to be easier for Emrika with the timestamps later in the comment section. Shout out to Emrika. And then if you're interested in a Pokemon conversation, because I didn't get to have it for the rant report yesterday, I need to talk about my current experience with Heart Gold. It's my first time playing it compared to Pokemon White, which I did just beat. But I need to talk about something because there was something that kind of gagged me a little bit when I was playing it today. And I'm like, girl, I need to say something. So my nerd is tingling, if you will. But that'll be after we do the Traitors, just if you want to stick around and have that light conversation. But I'm going to get my point across today. Soulful Dog, what's up? Okay. First of all, we saw this coming. She wanted Britney to be by her side. Big Brother doing this together, gives these backs, these gives, whatever the case may be. I'm here for Britney being a traitor. I kind of wish she was a traitor earlier in the game, but there was a moment where she was on the block, possibly to be chopped, and she was still a faithful. Now, coming into this room, I'm going to tell you this right now. Danielle, the entire episode was weird for you. And I do know that you have been playing, honestly, a very good game, because in reality, they haven't been on to you, but they've been on to you, but you've been sliding through very, very tricky. But there's not that many people left. So whatever, possible jitter, aura that you give of, oh, and something's wrong with her. Maybe she doesn't have enough vitamin, E or something, or whatever. It may be a low iron count. She eats a lot of ice. I'm not sure. But it's becoming, I should say it like this. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, is how I would word that. AKA, we can see through the fact that through time, we're in December and Christmas is around the corner and everything is changing. So with the room becoming less stupid, if you will, or less naive for that matter, your dumb shit that you're doing that has been working ain't working no more, because the people who are left is one emotional white man. And I said it just like that. You calm the fuck down. There is a black woman in front of him. I mentioned her color too. Everyone will be okay. Race. This is my America now. I can start to do all that since we're going to go there. Let me not do all that. I'm just kidding. Calm down. Calm down. I heard someone just grab a pencil and break it. I don't know why they would have a pencil in front of them, but I assume they're number 2. Dylan Nisha. Parnisha Williams. Dylan, brother of Minecraft character Zac Efron. Now, you knew it was Danielle from jump. Why are y'all giving me full on telling this man in his confessionals, as much as Danielle's been on my radar, I want to have my eyes wide open for no. Stop. It's her. It was her from this table. Like, let's go through the interactions that's just happening here. Britney comes in with Dolores, and like Dolores mentions Tom again as Tom being a traitor. Now, mind you, they've already killed Tom. Her take was, it was such a giveaway. Oh, huh? And that would have been me at the table, because I ain't never heard her talk like that ever. Whatever edit they've given me, I ain't never heard her be so damn real. I ain't never heard it. I already would have been like, what is going on here? When Gabby come in the room, looking like she's about to cover someone's teapot in a very fashionable home, I'm telling you, these two, it was the most for me. I'm so sorry, because they're already wanting to get her out. And this was just too much. It was, oh my God, oh my goodness. Oh, it was just so extra for me on both of their parts, even from Britney especially. I don't know. I was like, girl, I don't know. I kept nodding my head like, this is extra especially. But what makes it even more suspicious, don't be suspicious. Gabby, you called Danielle out low-key to her face right here. I thought that was funny. And you also had used the same phrase throughout the entire episode. It's getting really weird. It's very weird, the energy. It's been a lot of traitor on traitor again. Because it was literally Carolyn and Danielle going at it. So what do you... I'm just over here like, yo, this lady is crazy. She said it to her face, high key. And of course, Danielle and Britney do want to get her out. But again, Mama is playing with a different deck of cards than the other girls. Ivor, Tom Sandoval was taken out. They decided to take him out, in his sleep. Didn't want him to get to another round table and show how smart he is, because he was such a threat. You know what's funny? This man said he was the strongest player, but yet the reason why you lasted as long as you did is because of how dumb you are. and how stupid you were the one time that you did something that was worth any sort of sense on this earth, whether it be a penny that's bent or a motherfucking 50 cents at a goddamn Six Flags that you made yourself a Daffy Duck coin for no goddamn money at all, ain't worth shit and spit until all of them go down. And then all of a sudden it's going to be up for auction 30 years later. He'll forget about it because he put it somewhere, regardless of whatever story I need to tell for this man. Miss Thing. There was no choice but to go for Boston Rob after they came for him since like Bob the drag queen. He was literally always a conversation. What are you talking about? There was no other choice to go there. You and Dolores played tit for dick. It was weird. You two were burning votes. How dare you? You're too good of a faithful. I was playing this game so well. You know he was proud of himself, bitch. It was funny to watch this. Like, it was really funny to watch this. I just said, okay, Matthew. You know what, Tom? Thank you for at least somewhat entertaining season of you believing in yourself. It's been a year of delusion. Isn't that interesting? This year on reality television and reality in life, it's been a lot of delusion. A lot of misinformation and a lot of delusion. Alan Cumming, I understand your game quite well, but I didn't realize how much of a savage you would be in this moment. You were dragging him to his face. You did it after he left. Bitch, the one time he truly was faithful, could not believe that man said that shit. Can you believe it? I wanted to know what Miss Baba looked like. Please tell me she recorded herself watching this episode. Oh, that was quite funny. But they're told that their next mission is very deja vu, and it references a lot of the challenges they already had, where there will be an ultimate power up for play. The rest of this episode is awkward moments and secret conversations that either include Danielle or include Gabby. And that is the honest truth. These two are weird. Danielle, you were a complete giveaway because the girl literally called you out the table. She knows you're the traitor. She's not going to have a conversation with you about anybody else outside of you because you are her number one. So you sitting here talking about, if you talk about a traitor, that's when they come and get you. The fuck are you doing? Sports coat? What are you doing? Is that a threat? I'm coming for this little girl. Are you though? Because Ponytail has been watching you do what you do. So one thing about it, she studies apparently, and she clocked you, and it's going to be funny later. Because I was over here like, oh no, Miss Thing, that she gathered, that she did it. Dolores, you look cute today. You still making dumb decisions in this household. Long face, no brain. Anywho, Danielle's talking to Dolores about who she wants to vote out, and it's Gabby or Ivar, which works in, of course, Danielle's disheveled head as far as where she wants to go with this situation. So, okay, work, mother. We move on to the next scene, and it's these two men because Ivar's gay. The token Brit. Let me go ahead and tell him what his name, because remind yourself, this man sat at this table and called himself the token Brit. Because Lord Ivor, you need them. Oh, okay, Betty. Anywho, I was over here like, okay, Matthew. let the queen work, because she wants to sit here and go, well, it's not us because we're men. Even though yesterday there was a moment where possibly they could have got someone else to be a traitor, not knowing that there was already two, and then it was one, and then that one went and got another one. It could have been Dylan. He could be talking to a traitor right there. Stupid. I was over here like, come on now. Like, really? Well, I just know it. And I'm just like, Ivor, to be honest, we could have had Tom sitting here with Dylan, and it would have been a much more interesting conversation. Like, it would have gone nowhere and somewhere and everywhere at the same time. Michelle, yeah, would have won another award just for Tom's stupidity. I would have been here for it. But it's them. It's not us. And Dylan's like, I'm just trying to wear it out, but at the same time, girl, out. If Ivor gets voted out before Danielle, I will be screaming. Do you understand me? I don't think that's about to happen. But Britney talking to Gabby and sort of like going through the, who are you thinking? And it being very Danielle. And it's like she doesn't know Britney is a traitor yet because Britney just, was converted over. And so as Gabby is like giving her gaze, Britney's realizing, oh, this bitch is coming for her. She gonna come hard. Oh, she already has a case. Like it's set up to go. I said, oh yeah, Gabby was already like very hell bent on. I know exactly what we're about to do. To where, Brittany again is now doing some of the work for Danielle, going around trying to spread that Gabby is possibly the one that is the traitor. Because isn't it weird that she had to click with the Bambas and then all of a sudden now like she's like speaking to us? That's weird. Bitch, there are 6 people there. I love you, Brittany. There are 6 people there. Who else she gonna talk to? The conversation is get the faithfuls out. Like she clicked up with some people who possibly have the same eye shape as her so they can run to Sephora together and know exactly what colors to get for each other. No shade. Like very much share my eye pencil brow and hope I don't get bumps later. But like, what? I thought that's not the argument that we're going to go in with, right? We have more for the case. We have more to give for this. No? Yes? Okay. Not happening. We're back to being awkward again. And I think that while Gabby, I get is like, I'm not shaking from this and I'm low-key going to repeat myself while Danielle doesn't say anything. Gabby, she's keeping you in a room isolated by yourself. So that way Brittany can go and do work. That's what's happening. I need to focus on where Gabby is so Gabby can't talk about me and I'm going to lock her in because she's going to be too nervous to get up while she's like, I'm not scared of Danielle. You're not, but you were scared to get up and move around and go find somewhere else to be because like, why would we just be sitting here and to be this weird, awkward silence? Like, what's she going to say at the round table? I was sitting next to you and you didn't talk to me and you got up. Oh, she's a traitor. No. I was like, okay, you need to get up. And what are you doing? Because this is very awkward, very obvious. Like you're locking me in. You're not even talking to me. What are we doing today? It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I thought it was gorgeous out there. But Danielle and Brittany think they got it locked in with 4 votes to 2 to get Gabby out while they go into their next challenge, with Alan coming once again, giving transition transition gourmand. There we go. That's what I wanted. Not fashion. Fashion was fine, but gourmand felt better. Transition gourmand as he moves into more warrior, but royalty look that he has here, letting them know that each of these challenges they can accumulate money, and by the money they can win up to $30,000, which is amazing to add to the prize pot. The gimmick, the gag, the goop is that when and if they do this, if whoever gets the most money out of all of them will get the power of the seer. The seer allows you to ask one of your fellow faithfuls or traitors what they are. And you can do it in private and find out if they're a traitor or a faithful. Now, if you're a traitor, you're going to want to pick a traitor. Or faithful and throw them off. Like, what are you? Oh my gosh, okay. Because they can't ask you. Or if you ask a traitor and you're another traitor and they're like, I'm a traitor. Oh my God, we already know, right? They go back to the round table. Why ask them and they're a faithful? They can lie about it. Oh, but if you're faithful and you get it, it's the ultimate supreme because you're looking at the numbers and the odds of you picking somebody. It's 6. You take 1 out of the equation, okay? And now you got 5. There's a 2 out of 5, baby. So you have a 40% chance. Come on, math. Come on, Matty math. No, you got a 40% chance of picking, right? 2 over 5, 20 carry. Yeah. Huh? Yeah. 4 or 5, 20. Yeah. 40. 40. Yeah. 40%. So like, okay. Your chances are high in finding that out. But again, if you're a traitor, like you literally have the board. You can just do whatever you want to do in the situation and you can sort of fuck over the other traitor. You could possibly, get the faithful screwed over. You could ask them like full bit. But you couldn't do one thing you can't do as like a traitor in this situation is ask a faithful if they're like faithful or not in the traitor, right? And they're like, I'm faithful. You can't go to the round table and be like, they told me they're a traitor. That's not going to work, because then if you get them out and they go up there and they go, I'm a faithful, they know you lied, A, B, C, D, E, F, traitor. So again, many ways to work around this, but the unfortunate part that I have about this season in particular, and it may just be because I am slightly poor and I like money, ain't nobody really going for the money. And maybe that's what works for traders and why they're still in business here, because as much as everybody wants a little bit of the cointada, it is a wonderful phrase. They're going for shields. They're going for power moves because, yeah, you do want to go ahead and get the trader out. Here's me. I just watched Separation of Church and State Eyes, CJ, and possible victim at a grocery store for bumping into somebody, Trishelle, fuck over another faithful to split the money down into a bigger amount. So you're telling me you get all the traders out and the four of you are splitting that up? Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. As a faithful, I'm gonna want to also get other faithfuls out too, because no shade, I want to have the majority of the money. I mean like that. If I'm a trader, for sure, fuck everybody. I want the money for. I'm serious, this bitch. I'm gonna take out the other trader at the end. I'm already have my faithfuls know that we good. I can't believe we got him. Yay! And then be like, psych, all the dollar bills. My name is Ashley from the challenge. Okay. I would say Johnny, but fuck him because he said some bullshit about my girl Taylor. But yes, I very much would go into screw people over game. But I love you, Gabs. You didn't play this correctly. You took too many risks and you should have played a smarter route through, because it seemed like Dylan and Gabby's dolls and every sort of fortune they had when it came to these games, it had them broke. And it was really just Dolores, Danielle, and Britney pulling in coin. Ivor had something going for a second, then he didn't anymore. And it was like, okay, so what are we doing here? How much money did they actually win, Alan? Because it didn't give like they were winning anything, if I'm really going to be honest. And the idea is for whoever had the most money at the end of this is possibly going to be the Seer. Now, what I do not like about this challenge at all, that made me a little upset, was Alan said this shit at the beginning, like the power would be in play today at the beginning of this. So after going through what is considered poop and like, I guess leaves and shit, they end up getting it all up and it's like, okay, you win some money. But then he says that the power isn't useful until after the round table. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm sorry. When Gabby had said, my manicure is devastated, was one of the funniest things ever. I'm sorry. It was just the way that inflection and the way she just kept that devastated. No form of baby wipes is gonna get them cleaner than the nails. No. Shit was so funny. But like, that pissed me off because the way it was framed in the beginning was power for now, not power for later. But once it's, oh, we know who got what, but we're gonna wait, it's gonna be after the round table. Is it because you knew the person who had the most money was more than likely gonna be going home? Production. Because it was stacked against somebody. You're trying to make sure the power was useful. Is that what happened? Please tell me that's what it is. Because it doesn't make any sense. Like, that don't make, why would you even tell us that now? Like, you should have said that at the beginning, that was going to happen. Not for this episode, but for the next one. It just, I don't know. I think the round table did make it an issue. Because to me, Danielle had the most money. And you would need to make that make sense based off of her low-key clearing every one of the things that she was supposed to do, especially the doll where she won the 2K. Like, I was like, yeah. And everybody else was going broke. So you mean to tell me they won their money back just in the time to like raise their I don't believe that. I don't believe it. Don't believe it. When we get back to the house, though, Key Cozy Gabby. Gabby. Yeah, there we go. Gabby. Mm-mm-mm. Baby, when I tell you, go on, girl. This is great. You sat Dylan Efron, brother of Zach Efron's blockheaded ass down, and when I tell you, I was gagged. You pulled all the point of views. Yeah, I could say that. POVs, though, you pulled all of it back, and this is the shit I kept telling them to do for Boston Rob. Easy. He was such an easy mark for this because you could just easily go, when this happened, when that happened, when he did this, when he did, you can go down the line with him. You could do the same with Danielle. And she could have also brought up 2 other incidences where it was very, I don't think so. That seems a little bit odd, but she already had enough. This moment here, she has been holding. She's been holding this for a minute. And I think it's even funnier because what's crazy is this makes it look like Gabby actually was holding Danielle hostage all this time to get to this point where she knew she was going to come for her. And she was like, bet, I'm going to show you what come for looks. That is what I'm receiving here. And it's funny because, yes, at that round table, Danielle tried a little girl her. She tried a little girl her. She did. She tried a little girl her. She tried a little girl her. I was like, you can't little girl someone like Gabby, because she's gonna give you like drawn out. Mama was calculated just as much because she knew what you were doing when we were in the house earlier, and you trying to like have a conversation. Who do you think it is? I don't know. It's getting crazy. You even mentioned Traitor versus Traitor. Like she already said your name, bitch. I'm telling Danielle. I'm telling you, she already was. She clocked you in the beginning at the table. Said I don't gotta say her name. Nan no more to her. I'm just gonna be. This is wild. What? Like the whole time. She was ready. Dylan's like, oh no, damn. Wow, a case. I'm turning red. Girl made sense. Holy shit. What are we going to do? It's Danielle walking in right after that happens. And what's the game plan? Because that's her number 1. Dylan's like, look, Gabby's saying your name, and there's like a really big argument here. So I don't know what's going to happen. Danielle, this is the part that pissed me off. Instead of you putting a lot on Gabby in this moment, you did what Carolyn did and got emotional, which again, for those of you who were not happy with my opinions, she had every right to be. This is different because Carolyn was emotional because it was like, it got personal and it got a little deeper than just the, oh, this is game. It's like, no, I'm going there so I can win. It's like, oh, okay, but she's playing that dirt. Okay. This different. This is some real emotional manipulation on another level. And I hate that she went this route because it was so easy to see. Girl, please, the way your face changed from up to down could have been a goddamn theater arts program from some 8th grade middle school production from some bastard children out in the middle of nowhere. You have got me fucked up. I watched her. Really, Dylan? Really? That's gonna hurt me. I thought you're my number 1. What? Not, oh, Gabby said that. Okay, so let's talk about it. Gabby's saying this. Here's my block for that. Gabby said this. Here's my block for this. Gabby said that. Here's my block for this. Now let me counter you with this, Dylan. This is what this is. None of that. It was already very much, you should know better. No, girl. This is one of those games where you need to come with always a PowerPoint presentation. You need to have some sort of floppy disk, if you will. For I know me and Danielle know what that is. Okay, I know what a damn floppy disk is. Okay, I used to have one of them computers back in the day, baby. Hell, a disk drive, a USB port, some sort of airdrop that motherfucker. You are going to have to bring a case because you let Britney do the work and she wasn't ready, and that's the tea. You then Dylan knows about it. That shit was so funny. I gotta give a shout out to production because that zoom in was wild on Britney. Like, we got Dylan for the numbers right. No, Dylan said he's gonna go with Gabby. What? Like, it's now dawning on Britney. Oh shit, they don't got it in the bag. It's actually up for grabs. Oh, we're in trouble. Oh shit, this could be both of us. Oh no, every scenario ran through that girl's head. How can we clean this up literally before we walk out here? And then what kills me, Danielle, you got to go find Ivor and Dolores. What? You're not gonna go put in no work neither. You got Britney running around here trying to get Dolores to give an answer when she's been voting for her invisible competitor, Tom Sandoval, for like the longest. She would probably vote for Tom again if she could, low key. And Britney's frustration was palpable. I felt it. I was like, girl, try the next one, but he already thinks it's a woman. So all women make some noise because I don't know why you would go to Ivor or like trying to get an opinion. This thing, he looking at your whole entire anatomy like, ugh. But Brittany running around the castle was one of the best parts about this season. I appreciate it. I need someone to make a meme of that, just a super cut of her running around with some funny music because that shit was hilarious. It looks insane. It really do. It looked like you a traitor because you like trying to get votes. But you go to Ivor, you talk to him, and he's very much set on Danielle because he has his own case about her. Because again, she was looking wild from the jump, and it gets her emotional because that's her friend, and it's like, oh, what are you gonna do? But it's also Brittany on reindeer games fucked over Danielle. And she wasn't supposed to take her, she wasn't supposed to vote her out, but there was a last minute change up. It was supposed to be some alliances that were done. Danielle got the short end of that stick in that situation, if I remember correctly, and was really mad with Brittany because that was supposed to be her girl. And so it was like this whole thing. So when they meet here, that's what that all was about. That full bit when they were like, "Oh my god, like we see each other again in this competition. We can't mess each other over. We're supposed to be friends." Blah 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 blah. For Brittany, as traitors together, it works out great for them. They're friends. They can do this. They can do this. They can do this together. But it's stacked against her. It was Marie. I disagree because it. Brittany had one case. And I would say when Danielle then decided to say something, it was like, first of all, Gabby was already countering that point. Brittany could have kept going if she even had something that we didn't even hear. However, Danielle even saying, I was like, why are you even speaking? I thought that was wild, Danielle. You weren't even said yet. No one said your name. Why does everyone do that? Like when they're clearly being talked about, let me say something. What are you doing? What are you doing? Mind you, no one wants to be the first one to talk because you got to present a case and you don't want it to be knocked down or you'll be a Tom of the season. So when Brittany starts to talk about Gabby and the fact that, well, you didn't really talk to us now and you're sort of like the snooker person and it feels a little weird, Gabby was ready for that because it's like, well, who else am I going to talk to? There's nobody else here. And, it's not clearly that big of an issue because like there's no other options in reference for that. So like, what's the gag on that? Now, like a demon in the night, sitting there waiting for the child to go to sleep since he's on life support. The family is having a hard time to afford that bill. And the house they moved into just so happened to be the murder site of possibly 10 young college students. Wilbur Danielle Reyes III is about to unleash because apparently, everybody, hear me now. Apparently, I'm gonna get this little girl. Oh, Danielle. Now, Carolyn was a different story. You got her. It was vicious. This bitch right here. Oh, ponytail was ready for you. Red. When I say, I had to chuckle a couple of times, like, oh, and what else you got? Oh, nope, that ain't gonna work. Oh, and another one. Oh, and another one. She kept on clacking the fuck out of you. It was bad, sister. Hated it for Dan. Hated it for Dan. Dan to Dan. No one singing that theme song for you. Nope. No one start the beat. No one start the beat. Anywho. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Become part of this Rant Pack family. Oh my gosh, my throat. I did it. Oh, damn. I tried not to cough, but whew, it was about to be bad. I was like, oh, my throat, it's so dry. Yeah, for dinner tonight. Anywho, I knew I forgot something. And fries. I just wanted one thing to cheat with today. It was gonna be fries, and now I'm like, oh my gosh. But no, I'm gonna probably air fry some chicken. Calling me. There was also a buy one get one free, so I'm like, yeah. I know I'm gonna marinate it in. Sorry. Your boy's been hungry all day. I worked out early this morning. Woo. So like, trust me, like my body is like, hey, feed me. God. Brooke's vernacular causes people to think she's incompetent. So when she spits like she did in the round table, it catches everyone off guard. I live. Thank you so much, Cameron, for the super chat. No, I like how Danielle normally does it. I did not like how she did it this week because I didn't like that she was mocking her at points. Danielle Brooks is her last name. So they were talking about, well, it's spelled like a first name, but it was meant to be like Danielle Brooks is the last name. So that's what it was. Brooks is vernacular. Danielle did this thing when she tried this face. I'm not even lying to you. She was doing a lot of this to Danielle, not to Danielle, excuse me, to Gabby. And I was over here like, she gonna have to stop. Wait, I'm sorry, you meant Gabby? So you call Gabby a whole nother person. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Become part of the Rant Pack family. Excuse me. Danielle, Brittany, and Brooke here are about to get into it today. My goodness gracious. Okay. Look, you want to drop it to be put in my jar, please? Thank you. PayPal Matty-Rants. Cash App $5 Venmo Matty-Rants. Wow. It's actually number 2, Xavier. We did one at the beginning of the video as well. Yeah, I didn't like how Danielle was talking to her. She started to do the whole like, really? No, Gabby, no, that's no. The baby voice, the puckered face bit. And I like that Gabby was like, no, we're not gonna do that. Well, I voted for Boston Rob twice. Let's not forget that I also voted for Boston Rob twice. So what else you got? Me too, sis. So what's tea? What's happening here? Then she presented all 3 of those situations that happened. And it was like, well, I just feel like out of everything that's taken place, it's clearly you. Danielle tried to do the no, let me finish bit. And Gabby let her chew. But Gabby said, no, I'm going to swallow you later, girl. Because when Gabby was talking, she was clearly done. Danielle started to speak. She goes, actually, no, I'm not done. Let me finish. And I said, you were finished, but you just wanted to do it. And you got her. And you just kept going. That shit was funny. She started to mock her back, and it was so funny because Danielle tried to pull these pity faces and these little girl faces, like, "Oh no, Gabby, that's not it at all." Like, why are you doing this voice now compared to when you were talking about Carolyn the other day? This sounds completely different from your argument with her. You thought that this girl wasn't smart. And now you're talking, and displaying that with her. Whereas with Carolyn, it was giving like she doesn't know what she's talking about because she's not all the way there. With Gabby, you're like, she's not talking, she doesn't know what she's talking about because she's immature. That bitch was ready for you. She saw you, she literally saw how you did Carolyn. She's like, oh no, I got you, sis. No worries. When you finally got hit with that last it was Gabby's face for me right here. That lady leaned in and smiled and listened to you lie because she said, you ain't changing nan, in my opinion. And there's nowhere where we can go. So what are we going to do, everybody? Because it's kind of clear here what it is. Like, yes, we've done that. Yes, that's happened. And sure, what about it? But is anybody got anything else to say? Now, it was honestly an open and closed case for Danielle. And Gabby, I have to give you a round of applause because you packed her up. What the fuck, Dolores? Dolores out of nowhere. I think it's Ivor because of no good reason. I trust Danielle. That's my girl. I'm not gonna go against my girl. So I think it's you, Ivor. It's gotta be. It's Britney's face to Dolores's dumb delusion. What the fuck? It's like, what's happening? Because to Britney, it's Gabby packed up Dan. So what are we gonna do? Like, what she packed up Dan. What are we gonna do? Like, she was already ready to write her that girl's name down. Literally, Gabby, Britney over here. D.A. It's Ivor. Scratch. What are we doing? I'm like, what's happening here? I don't know. Maybe Dolores is doing this so she can keep the traitors and then be like, I think you are a traitor at the end, and then she gets all the money. Now, that would be gross. Wait, watch Dolores actually be the true villain, be the true like one that's manipulating the scene. Let it happen. Oh, they can't get like let if Dolores gets to the end and does that shit to a traitor, I would pass out. I would pass out because that would be some excellent play. That would be excellent play right there. She may even win the Seer ability. That's really gonna be something. But Ivor, as he said, I couldn't believe it escaped his mouth. I swear I was in a South Park episode that I was witnessing Cartman like at a water park being completely like losing his shit because he got on a raft and was the only like I'm sorry, the token Brit. I know it's easy to come for the token. What? 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 I'm so happy I'm not at that table, bitch. I'd have lit him up. Oh, I was like, is that the first time you've used that in your life? Because it sure sounds like it. And we would have went in here. I'm like, let help you rephrase saying some stupid shit like that with this black woman and say bye at this table. Talk about some token anything. Let's clear you real quick. 1, 2. You're a lord, okay? Like you over here talking about royalty and whose family you're associated with, which we all are very clear on the monarchy. I don't even know if that's what's called because my American ass over here dealing with excuse me before I finish that sentence, but like you couldn't be fucking serious right now. Couldn't be. Not you, Rose Snoop. Couldn't be. Not you, Boston Rob's limp hand man. No, not you. Not you. Ain't giving shit to this guy. Not you. So I don't think you're a traitor, but I think that shit was stupid. Back to Danielle would have been me. You ain't a traitor, Ivor, but that was dumb. Don't speak no more. Next. Token what? Like, bro. What's up, Darnell? Hope you're doing well. But like, yeah, it's Dolores with this random deflect. Soulful Dog, I was right. Okay, I went to school a long time ago. They had to give out, write the names down. Y'all, it did look like it was clearly going to be Danielle. You've got, Cillian Murphy's, alter ego, Dylan over here, writing down Danielle's name. And Danielle pulling the, wow, I can't believe it. Wow. Oh my God, Dylan. I was like, this is a very interesting picture. I think Shonda Rhimes could have written this scene out, if you will. I swear to God, I've seen Kerry Washington get somewhere. Kerry Washington's face would go into a different universe of lip quivering here. But like, I feel like I've seen this fits before. I feel like it. But baby, the fact that there was a tie because of Dolores and Dolores getting basically Britney and Danielle to fall in because they couldn't use Gabby anymore because they were trying to get Gabby out for 2 and it seemed like it at first. Gabby worked that ass over and it was about to be all kinds of straight flush for Danielle. However, Dolores low-key gave Danielle a goddamn a branch and saved her ass by throwing Ivor's name up there, and they had the numbers to lock it up again, because if there's another tie, then it's up to chance. Which, what does that mean? Does that mean that you randomly spin something, pull someone's name out of a hat, flip a coin? That would be a gag. And Ivor goes home on a coin flip. That'd be a gag. Britney, though, thinks when they have to vote for the second time that Dolores is going to vote for Danielle. And Britney's thinking, I can't vote for Ivor because then they'll think it's me. Which, in my personal opinion, wouldn't it be like you just don't believe it's Danielle because that's your girl and you're faithful and like y'all have had a pact and she wouldn't do you dirty like this? So why would you go with the rest of the group? Because it's like, I just can't vote for her, Ivor, and I'm sorry because like that's my bitch. Like, I'm sorry I won't be able to do it again because, to be honest, I think she wrote Danielle's name down. Because when that Ivor came up for Dolores and you saw Britney's face, oh, Britney, you were giving cinema this week. It was Britney had the best reactions this week. The best reactions to this episode. Every moment she was getting gagged. Like, what? What? Oh, we gotta what? Like, I loved it. Oh, she is so fucking funny. It is literally, what is it? 3-2. Or I'm sorry, it's 2-2 right now, I think. No, sorry. Yeah, okay, no, it's 2-1 right now. There we go. Because Danielle and Ivor can't vote again for the second term. So only 4 get to vote. So that way it has to be 3-1, because if it's 2-2, it has to go into the tie, right? Ivor's like way of speech, I'm a man, you know it's a woman, we talked. No, he didn't really say all that, but it was very like, obviously we know what this is, and I can tell you I'm a faithful whoop to whoop. Danielle speech pissed me off because it was very, I'm a faithful, you guys. Dylan, hey, look at me. Dylan, Fitz, come back. Like, come on, Dylan, you gotta believe me. Oh my God. Why is Dylan the only person you're trying to make this happen for? Like, okay, Dolores said that it was Ivor the first time. She could say your name the second time. Like, why are we not thinking? I hate it. It ends with Britney about to flip over her board. And we don't know if she voted for Ivor to make it a tie or if she voted for Danielle and it's a wrap. Or what if she put someone else's name down because she was torn between the two? And then making it Danielle on default. Oh, that'd be something. That would give her away though. But like, I think I want it to be Ivor to be the gag. Like that's what I want, because I don't think I've ever seen them, or maybe I'm forgetting. I don't think I've ever seen them do a double tie like that, like where it's up to chance and we got to flip a. Honey, I want to see it. I want to see what it would be. Oh, please. I have to see what that's going to be. Please let me see whatever that gag is. Don't let that be something that maybe it happens next season. Maybe. I would just like that. Like, let us see what that gag is, because that would be kind of a key with it being basically the finale. But yes, Traitors this week was a little frustrating. The cliffhanger kind of pissed me off, not gonna lie, because the buildup at that round table was, whoa, peak. It was like, oh, Danielle maybe got, and this may be the last day for her. But then there was the switcheroo with Ivor. Like, whoa, where is this going? I loved it. So it seemed like we had a clear path in the beginning, flipped up in the middle. When we got to that round table, it got crazy. I do love this show. It does frustrate me sometimes. What do you think it's going to be for the next episode? How are we going to start it? Do you think that Brittany wrote down Ivor's name or Danielle's name? I'd love to hear that in the comment section after this video. Once we're done here, or after you're watching this, if you're in the playback crew, I need to hear it, because baby, I only want it to be Ivor for dramatics. If it's Danielle, I will totally understand. But if it's Ivor, dramatics. Because that's going to do the tie. We'll get to see what the gimmick is. If it's Danielle's name, it's going to be a nasty situation, because it's going to be, I had to vote for you, and I know we said we wouldn't. Oh, it'd be so drama. So we'll see. It's going to be something, but it's definitely going to be, oh, wow. But yes, Traitors is on Peacock. Comes out on Thursdays. There's 2 episodes left. So this episode that's coming up on Thursday, I think, is going to be the finale, to where we actually find out who wins. And then the next episode after that will be the reunion. And that's always fun, because a lot of people have things that they want to say. So thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. We're going to get into a little off-topic moment in here, because I said I wanted to do like an hour, and I told you it's going to take me less than an hour to get like everything out today. But car update and my thoughts on this Pokemon Heart Gold versus Pokemon White, because I have some, I gotta say something. Thank God for those emulators now, because I'm actually getting to play some games I missed in my childhood growing up, due to either being in a relationship where gaming wasn't really on the table, or possibly in a situation where I couldn't get them things. I don't have Apple Plus I don't have Apple TV yet. I know. And I thought when I got my movie ticket, like, because they've always been offering it to me, that I would get like a free subscription. But I did see something with my Verizon account where I can get it for a discount. So I'm waiting to pay for this next phone bill, because I already got an HBO Max thing with it, before I add another subscription on top of it. Because everyone's telling me Severance is so good. So fucking good. Yes, I do use Delta. That's the one that I use. The emulator, where the DS is in pink. I'm like, can we change this color? I mean, I love pink, but I'm like, I don't want to change the colors, just to give a different feel. But no, I'm behind on television, y'all. The last couple of days, I have been trying to get this car removed from my life. It has literally cost me so much money, and I've had it. So we try to get it fixed again, because it was like the last resort, and it was very much like, let's go down the line. We know some mechanics, we know some different people that we could try, and everything led to us going to a Mazda specialist. So it's like, okay, how much would it be? And we, got on the phone with this guy, and I had to wait a little while, because we started this shit like Tuesday. I haven't even got my passport yet, because I was so focused on this car. And the reason why is because they're in my apartment complex. They're like towing cars heavily, and they want new stickers on the cars, but they want certain things done with the vehicle. My car is basically kaput. I can't even get an updated sticker on the vehicle, because I'd have to get it like working again to get it up to code, to then get the sticker, to then pay for it. It was like turning into so much money. So it already was a lot just to get the title. But once I got the title, because I don't know what's going on in Texas, but it's taking like 2-3 months when you have to request a title for a car for you to get it. Like that piece of paper that is literally print this motherfucker. It takes forever to come now. I don't know why. This happened with my other Honda that I had too, but back to it. So we find out that it would cost 3 times worth the vehicle just to get it fixed. Because I didn't pay that much for the car. I paid like very, very little, like $1,000 something for the vehicle. My friend gave me a very good deal. We go through all the work that has to be done to the car, and it's like 3 something. It was like 3,400 something. Like that was like the rough estimate, and that's if they didn't have to order things, and if they're able to just do the work right there. So yeah. Like, oh my God, this is too much. And I'm like, not for this old like, no. I ain't never been through this. It was all this electric stuff. I had to look up the vehicle. The car apparently was known for these issues, and So I had to like declare it like a total loss. And so it was very I was very upset. Now that was my Thursday. That's why I didn't go live the other day because I really wanted it to work. Like they had people out here, they were trying to get it going, and it just would not. And they found out that both the electric part of the engine and like the main console where it connects to something with to do with the start, all of it was like fried. I don't know how. I don't know if it was that recent thunderstorm that happened where my car was outside or whatever, because the car already had issues. But they're like, no. Like all of the electric systems in the car are fried. Okay. Like you need to replace all of it. And I'm just like, how that happened? And they say it's the electrical, so I don't know. But regardless of it, the car hadn't moved in months. And it only went to like mechanic shop, brought back here, stayed here, mechanics came here, all that kind of jazz. So it's been so much money. I basically have spent over $4,000 on the car, including new tires, including paying for different mechanics just to come out and say hello, speak, do whatever. The first time I got it tuned up, that was like $900 because there was so much wrong with it. It was just so much on top of it. Money I could have been saving for a new car, money I could have been putting into other things like Beyonce tickets, or even just to bills to my cats, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So when I tell you that I'd have it. So I made one phone call and I was like, okay, we have to get rid of this car because I can't do it anymore. I have no car to take it anywhere. I'm not using AAA anymore because I canceled that account. I was like, fuck this. I need someone to come and pick up my vehicle. So I called my pop and we were having some trouble communicating because he was handling some business. I was dealing with some stuff. We had some unfortunate news in the family recently. I'm not ready to talk about, but yes, like take care of your loved ones, y'all. People are sick right now, and it's a tough time in the States, especially with a lot of things going on and all that jazz. But a few of my family members, I found out some serious stuff about, and it's been emotional. But my dad's like, okay, Matt, let me see what we can do here. And he knew of somebody that I've been know, and he got me the hookup, and I was like, okay, we cool. Hold on. I love it. Dooley's like, oh, I'm ready to come on. I'm like, baby, we're wrapping this up. It's a short episode. Ain't that much to talk about. But we found somebody that was able to buy the car from me. I did not get my full price back, which I was hoping for, but I know that was like asking for a lot. It was a very low percentage that I got back on the car because it basically had so much bullshit wrong with it. But there was still a little bit of money, a little bit, not enough. Yeah, that I needed, but it was enough to where I'm like, okay, I got at least somewhat of my money back on the car. Like it was a little amount, but I'm still a little pressed about it. But I'm also like, I just needed it to go because that's going to save me on paying like on my insurance on the car that's not working each month. That's going to save me money in the long run down the line. So it's gone forever in May. I will miss it. And I was appreciative of my friend for giving me that car. It did work for a little over a year, but then it started having those issues and it just went downhill from there. And it was kaputski. So it is what it is, but I will definitely be saving up for another car. And if I'm lucky, I can get one by the end of the year because I would like to put an actual down payment on something or get a nice cash car that is definitely not going to be something that lasts me only a year because I got a mechanic now. I got a new mechanic that I got information on, especially with the Mazda that I was dealing with. That was like, I can do it for these prices. He gave me all the tune-up stuff. He was like, this I can do it for this. I'm like, oh, I'll be coming to you. So like that's all set up and I'm happy about it. But I'm just relieved of the stress that is gone. Hate that I don't have my car anymore. It's like, but at the same time, in the long run, this is exactly what needed to happen. And I was so thankful. Bitch, I woke up this morning and didn't see it outside. I was like, cancel all that. So if my insurance company try to hit me up, nope, don't have that vehicle no more, babe. She is gone. Try to charge me all that money. So that's great. But I had to take the day off yesterday because baby, I needed to get that done. And I had to have the car removed before the 1st. And today's the 28th. So mission accomplished. That was my first thing off the bucket list. Second thing is this passport that I got to do now Monday. So I'll be handling that next week. But I got more information on everything that I needed today because I was really confused about stuff. And it kind of, made me a little nervous, if you will. I don't know how to explain it, but like, I don't know. I'm an overthinker, but I was like, oh, all I need is this, and I have everything I need. So I'll take care of that. And yeah, and then I got to pay my last payment for my vacation on the 7th. So when y'all Tippy Pumi this week is going straight to that mother. And then once I pay that, I am done for that trip. There's nothing else. I just got to wait on the passport to come in the mail. And then we'll be out in May, baby. And I will be ready. Because I was talking to my dad today about it. And he's just like, oh, you've never been to Puerto Vallarta? I'm like, no, I've never been. He's been many a time, he's lived a life. And he's like, oh, Matt, it's going to be perfect for you. Because I was telling him what area we're going to be. And he was like, oh, yeah, that you're going to be just fine. So I don't know. I'm excited. And my sister is actually out in Mexico right now. Like, she's out there as we speak. She was on a little trip right now with her man and my niece. So like, yeah, like, okay, this is meant to be. The family is touching down over in Mexico. So it's time for me to do the same, just to visit. But I'm excited. And yeah. Yep. So on my off time right now, this is the reason I'm getting the passport, because I'm trying to go to DragCon UK this upcoming year, and that's still on the table. I was actually talking to my friend about that yesterday, as well as the Cowboy Carter concert. He says he's going to try to get us tickets. I'm crossing my fingers. We'll see. But he's like, I know you want to go. And I'm like, oh my God, if you get me tickets, if you get us tickets, if you get me tickets, I'm going to freak out. He wants to go possibly. Oh, listen, hey, so they knew what time this started, but it's okay because they live in a food desert, and I understand that. I'm just playing. But Dooley is actually here. He was supposed to be here, but I guess we're gonna do a nice little TED talk for this last little bit. It's a little bright, but here you go.
I mean, we could start off with a fuck Dolores. And good afternoon, good evening. Apologies. I was supposed to be here like half an hour ago, but transit.
That's transphobic. But yes, thank you, Dooley. We appreciate you.
Well, if the F train would do what it was supposed to be doing,
And that's homophobic. But yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we did finish talking about the episode, and in reality, like I said, Dolores honestly gave Danielle the branch to stay in the game, but it's really to come down to Britney, who was trying to read the room properly and wasn't able to read it, and we'll see what the cliffhanger is. I currently want it to be Ivar just for the dramatics of what this chance shit is. I'd love to see that. But if it's Danielle, I'm here for the emotional exit. I'm here for the emotional, really fucked up exit. It's gonna be bad. Dylan, you were supposed to be my number one, and I'm a traitor. And it's gonna be white guilt.
I mean, at this point, Dylan should know that like his spidey senses, he doesn't have a faithful sense. He has a traitor sense. So if he's cool with them, they are most likely a traitor. And he's done it the entire season.
Low key.
He's done it the entire season.
It would have been funny if you wrote Gabby's name down the second time, even though they were on Ivar and Danielle. And he's like, what? I feel like I just got away from my own point. Gabby, it's you, babe. The way I would pass out if that was the case. I cannot stand him, but I also get Dylan and his I blush and turn red and, look like a possible smoothed out version of my brother. But it is what it is. I do like the show. It's been a good time. I just can't stand Ivar. Right. He gets on my nerve. The token Brit Dooley. I'm so sorry. I was like, what? I was like, token what?
I mean, speaking of the token Brit, shout out to Liam Lindsay. I don't know where you are currently, but hey girl.
You let him be UK, okay? So stupid. But yeah, that was dumb. But yes, Dooley, I was talking to them about my car and what happened to it, and then I finally
Did you finally sell it?
Yeah, I got it sold. I didn't get all of my money back. I got a percentage of it back, but enough to where I was able to put it on the rent and on 2 bills and be like, okay, backing away from this. Thank you, God, right now. And I even broke off my dad a piece because he was the one that brokered the whole deal to get it done like that. Like he was like, oh, how long you got? I said, I have less than 24 hours to get this car off the lot.
Oh my God.
He said, let me work. Let me work. Because I was having trouble getting it done myself this whole week. And I was trying to do the Libra thing of, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Overthinking. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Overthinking. And I ended up stressing myself out to the point where I was like just sick. Because I was sick earlier this week, y'all. I'm so sorry to tell you. I was out of it. I was done. I was like, I hate this life. This car is still in my life. Wham. But I got rid of it. And now it's onto the passport and onto this trip. But I've also been playing Pokemon Heart Gold because I finished White. Pokemon White.
How did you like Pokemon White?
I like Heart Gold better.
What? I mean, okay. Hoenn is kind of like
Johto is just everything for me. I don't know why. I was like,
damn, I did Heart Gold Soul Silver. That is Johto Kanto. You're right.
I did like Johto growing up because I played Gold, never Heart Gold, and that's why I'm playing this. I'm like, oh, this looks so much better, and all that kind of jazz. And like even the metrics and certain things that I like with certain moves and the way they're done. I hate the whole TM1 system. Hate that.
That's OG.
Hate it. And the fact that for the Heart Gold for Leaf Stones and Water Stones, you have to go to that damn Pokeathlon thing and go on specific days and compete. But that makes it kind of fun for me because I'm like, okay, I'm actually playing this emulator, but I'm playing it like I got a goddamn DS and I'm waking up and okay, what is today? All right, I need 25
that's when they launched the time system, the day and night system too.
Yeah, it feels grindable more so, and I like that again because it has been keeping my brain out of bad thoughts. White was fun, and I like the storyline for White a lot. It was heavy, like real heavy.
Yes.
I was like, girl, there's a lot going on here. Talking about releasing Pokemon, let them be free. I'm like, we talking about black people? What's going on here? I was like, what's happening? Like, this is a lot of this, that, the other. Then Bianca and her daddy with my daughter won't be going out. I said, oh shit, this is this kind of storyline. Oh, he beats her. Like, I was assuming the worst. Because that's what that bang is for. Because she got left eye, like, very Aaliyah, like it's off the center. Like, I'm assuming she's deaf too, like Hallie. It's very that. She didn't run over nobody like Brandy. I had to include every diva possible in that situation. Either way, it was a fun game, but once I was done with it and there was like posts, I was like, no, I'm good. I'm finished.
No, do the post. You have to.
I'm finished.
No.
I'm finished.
Baby, you gotta go hang out with Gertina. You gotta do the weather wars. You gotta go get the girl. Let me tell you. So Gen 5, I think is probably I would put Gen 5 is probably my second favorite gen. My favorite gen is Gen 6 because Kalos was that girl.
Really?
I had a lot of fun in Kalos.
Is 6 X and Y? Or is that okay, yeah, X and Y was I did play that in real time. That was great.
And we were supposed to get XYZ, but Game Freak kept playing in our face, and we never got. They took Z and made it a whole bunch of other stuff.
Xerneas is one of my favorite legendary Pokemon ever. Like that fairy deer is everything. Yes, bit wrist energy. Yes, Gush. Oh, get in my hole. I was watching South Park and they were doing the fart episode, and the queef and the ladies are like, yeah, we got the Road Ranger too. We get hard. We get real hard. I'm like, why is that your fart? Why is your vagina making that noise? Please don't let me have a Bleezy and have some South Park. I will have a grand old time.
That's the only way to watch South Park. Like,
oh my goodness. No, I be sober sometimes too, and I'm cracking because I heard something absolutely ridiculous while I'm doing something else. And I'm just like, who wrote that? That's foul. No, I can't. I gotta watch the episode tonight. But no, I like Heart Gold. I do like Johto the best. I think that I am one of the people who is a big fan of Cyndaquil, even though lore currently around Typhlosion is of disgust. I won't discuss it, but like the internet and the new generation has ruined everything. Yes. They're like, no, y'all wrote no, bitch. Y'all didn't. No, but I love it, and I did choose Cyndaquil as my main fire starter, but Vaporeon is currently my lead because that's my favorite Pokemon ever. And I have it for quiet nature, so that special attack, nasty, high heavy defense already off the rip, HP in the wazoo area, so girls to tank, and the special attack gross. Oh baby, I'll just be surfing, everybody's dead. Okay. But yeah, did you see the new Pokemon Direct that happened the other day?
I saw that it was happening. I did not stop to watch. I watched Severance and I watched Traitors.
I'll give you two, because everyone's telling me to watch Severance, and I still don't have an Apple Plus or Apple TV thing on my list of things. I have too many already. But there is a Pokemon Stadium game coming that will also be available for your phone, and is connectable through Pokemon Home.
I have a shit ton of stuff there.
And it will also, it's going to be for the Switch family of systems and iOS and Android. And the graphics, the way it looked, I'm going to send you the trailer. It was very much the Sword and Shield battle stadium double battles that you see all the time with like people in tournament play. And I'm like, wait a minute. So y'all have integrated that into the phone now, and we can go through this simultaneously. So it's on the go with the phone and that, because they're changing up the battle style. There's no longer turn-based going into the future of Pokemon games based off of the new ZA commercial. It is now open world. You can even dodge with your Pokemon in the middle of the fight. I thought it was gaggy for the new ZA. Like you saw them do like flamethrower, and you and your Pokemon jumping out of the way to then hit them with your own. Bitch, I was like, this is not happening. The stealth rock is different. Thrown in the air, if their Pokemon moves and hits one dually, it's damage. I was like, stop it. This is weird. Like, it just showed all the rocks around them and they couldn't move. And it was like, pow, one, pow. I was like, stop it. The new ZA looks great. They also brought back AZ and the whole lore from the Floette and that whole bit. So they're back.
I mean, we were supposed to get Eternal Floette back in 19.
So Eternal Floette is back. Eternal Floette is back, and they work at a hotel now, and it is the tea. It's crazy. Everyone's like, holy shit. And then the way
they brought back Megas, right?
They brought back Megas and then some. So the Megas are already the ones that we have, and then now everything can low-key have a Mega form. Low-key.
Okay.
There's like multiple Mega forms that we haven't seen yet. So from the trailer, everyone's like, well, it's the entire city, which is humongous. And there's like wild area zones that you can go to in the city. Like you're on top of buildings catching Pokemon, behind alleyways and parks or whatever. What they don't tell you that has already been data mined, so it's not a spoiler, is there's an underground from the city that's its own thing that's going to be happening within that. So you'll be above ground, and there's supposed to be something on the ocean. So it's like, what? And I think that's going to get integrated too. And they also, I believe, threw a spoiler because everyone's like, something looks like it's going to be for the next Pokemon mainline game, because there's a little teaser at the end, but we don't know. So I don't know. It looked good, friend. The graphics are way better than Violet and Scarlet.
Can I use my Diglett to start the fracking? Is that a feature?
I believe Doug Trio is now the appropriate response, since they're now stacking on stacking things. We're not going to talk about a conversation that happened today in a certain building about a certain somebody and the way someone said. I don't think that's
baby. You know what? I was at work and I saw the headline and I laughed. I said, you idiot.
Watched that and I just shook my head. My pop was like, Matthew, oh my God. I'm like, it's embarrassing. It really is. And you not just let them be happy, apparently, because bitch, ignorance is bliss indeed.
A foreign leader raising their voice to defend their country is blasphemous, but a non-elected official having press conferences in the Oval Office is not work, sis. Because that just makes so much sense.
So much.
So
much.
Like,
we're gonna release documents that have already been released from a year ago and take a fucking photo op with hats and all in front of be absolutely for real. Like, and then the man's name is in the document. So like like what are we doing? Please. That is what's most important right now. Not education, not our healthcare, not any of that. So yes, y'all are doing amazing, sweetie. Corruption.
I saw a tweet today, and it was like Candace's binder had more information than the files that we saw.
Andy Cohen tweeted that. I was like, oh my God,
I just saw the tweet. I didn't see who tweeted it.
Yeah, I was like, and again, none of my business, and no more longer any. I already did what I was supposed to do. So since it's not that, then okay, bye. Like at this point, y'all want to do what you want to do. We'll wait till you smell, what's in the air as well. It's just wild to see. That's how I'm living my life right now. I'm really just trying to do things on my own and not even focus, because if I do, it'll become a dread spiral, because it just is every update is just what? Why? More why? Like bigger exclamation, like higher font, 36, 42, 59. Like why? Like it just, what are you doing? So yeah, it's just, that's where I'm at. And at Eric's friend today, it was $5.74. 2 weeks ago, it was $2.99. As a person trying to get big titties via the right way and not the traveling over into a different country and coming back sideways saddle on a plane. I'd like more eggs, and why? But I also know that there's bird flu and stuff like that happening too. So there's multiple things that are currently like affecting that situation. So it's a lot. Yeah, it did get leaked. Soulful Dog. Like how easy it got leaked. Oh, and the Switch 2's
baby, when the girls at work don't like you, they go leak the information. What do you mean? The girls at work don't like you.
There's always that one person that they're never going to account for, that has got exactly what they need to give. They wait for that right price, mama, and once they get clicked, it's kaboom. And then after that, well, no, you knew, because they always come to you first, and then you go now.
So
and then
when this went down, so when we got part one, I was living in DC, and my roommate at the time worked for USAID, and the word on the street was that the girls and the allies started taking the information and backing it up, because they knew that he was going to come in and like destroy it. And so the same thing is happening now for like posterity, right? So 40 years from now, when we all old and gray and we got our kids and our grandkids, making sure that the information is still available, because it's a little crazy out here.
A little bit.
It's a little crazy.
And we don't know why y'all need it. Okay. It was in someone's bathroom. Now it's back there. Now it's gonna be back in a bathroom again. In one of the guest bathrooms, for that matter. But it is what it is.
Speaking of guest bathrooms, shout out to Lindsey Graham. One day I hope that you can live your truth.
Hey, when you have to stop checking the toilet bowl for blood, we'll call you. But either way, not anybody I would shout out. But yes, I ever.
I'm excited to be crazy.
Hey, there's a new thing YouTube is implementing. I think a lot of us content creators got an email, and I got a little notification. They're going to start implementing more ads for us YouTubers as a follow up for them, I guess, not doing that for us over the last couple of months to make up for a lot of people complaining. So I do appreciate that, because I need to pay for these children. So it'd be really helpful. They're both big now. I don't like it. Mina knocks over the trash can when she jumps on top of it. Yes, Marvel Rivals. I already saw the roster that's going to be leaking. I was like, okay, you're definitely doing X-Men.
I mean,
you're definitely doing X-Men for Marvel.
Good evening to GM Vanguard players and GM Vanguard players only. Like, hello to the girls in the
Mhm.
comments. Hello.
You know, I still haven't picked it back up after my
Get
initial
online.
person told me to off myself.
Oh yeah,
I was
they
like,
do be doing
it's
that.
a little. I hate that those kind of games bring out the worst, stinkiest kind of people. But then again, I play Tekken 2, and I can smell the lack of deodorant through a lot of messages of 1+2 only. Don't lose to me then. If you know what I'm doing and if you figured it out because you have the button moves up there, why am I still catching you with the same shit? Oh, I know because I'm plus on block, dummy. And I also have done punishment training with your character specifically because that's how I train in Tekken. I pick every character for at least an hour of my day and I do punishment training because bitches try to get you with no girl swap next. We're gonna get you in a juggle. And I'm trying to get my rank up. Speaking of which, shout out to my, since Dooley wants to do Vanguard player, shout out to my gay men who play female characters only. You know what's good. A big ski for you. That's
Except Wanda players. Wanda players, you are bottom of the barrel. You have no skill. Please stop locking on immediately. Learn the game. Find a character, please.
A lot of us are happy that Anna Williams is coming back to Tekken, little sister of Nina Williams. Her design is see you next Tuesday. And I
It's
like
giving charisma,
her
unique,
makeup.
deserving talent.
Oh, they gave her a nasty bob. A nasty bob. It's a little angular cut till on angular. I'm like, okay, like she little something something. But her backstory is actually really I can see her. She's giving Barbie. She's giving Barbie. No.
Is it giving Chun-Li or is it giving Anaconda?
Oh. I was like trying to figure out which one. Yeah.
Or you meant Lil Bo Peep Barbie?
It's giving Chun-Li.
Okay. Okay. You know, I'll try to clarify.
Chopsticks. I'm gonna do. Yes, that's the bar, y'all. I was like, yeah, okay.
Can you like? Does she have like ski slope unlocks? Like ski gear. You can get like goggles. You can get like some poles. Maybe a nice.
No, they
fur.
don't have ski gear in there, but there is like there's like traditional like island wear they have in there. There's like a vampire set. You can like make a Morgan build so easy. You can make like a Mortal so I will give Tekken some of their customization. You have to pay for it, unfortunately. But like
I'm sure.
I really do hate this version of life where everything costs something for extras in a game and you just can't grind out like certain things to get like your objects and stuff. I really fucking hate that. I think that is the wildest way to make a game because yes, I know you want money, but baby, your playtime would be through the roof if we had to grind for certain things. Because if I want it, I'm going to grind for it. Ask the Pokemon game I'm playing on an emulator. Okay, so help me God, but bitch, I'm not paying no $5 more for some sort of outfit that I may end up getting wrecked on and lose my ranking online and somebody clipped it and put it on Twitter to laugh at me. That's why I don't have Matty-Rants as my name for PlayStation, because y'all will not be getting me, bitch, as many complaints people have, sounding like low tier God.
Oh, I said what I said. Y'all can clip me. I said what I said. Clip me.
I just refuse to be a crash out on a stream. Like, and y'all brought up me playing again. And I'm thinking about doing it again, especially with this Pokemon emulator. I found out I can stream on StreamYard with my Pokemon emulator and play Heart Gold and all that shit. But like,
let's stream some Marvel Rivals.
Oh my gosh, we should, but everyone's gonna laugh at me. I'm terrible. Well, I'm not terrible.
We can play some quick play. Give you a little breathing room so the girls.
Because you're like
also can't queue with you.
Yeah, like I'm like silver, not gold. Okay, I'd rather have Jesus, but yeah, gotta put that song. That's for black folks. Pescatarians. I don't know what the fuck that is, but yeah. Are you gonna do some Nuzlocke? Yeah, I was planning to, because that's why I've been playing these games, because I want to get familiar with them so I can do a Nuzlocke correctly. Because I am such a fan of Nuzlocks, and I gotta tell you, I fought the Mahogany fucking gym, high level 34 Piloswine, bitch. I came in there with a 26 26 highest level Pokemon. Somehow won. I don't even know. Bitch, when I tell you I had to stall because I just caught the shiny Gyarados because I was lucky. It was the day Wednesday. It just so happened to be in the water. I was like, oh, this is perfect. Caught that, paralyzed that motherfucker. You know how to do when you catch something. I get to the gym. I'm thinking, oh, this ain't gonna be nothing because everything's 20 something. Bitch.
Surprise.
And then let me explain my lineup of Pokemon. I have an Onyx. This is an ice gym. I have an Onyx.
Dead.
I have a Gloom. I have a Togetic. I have
dead.
The thing before Cinder Ace. Not Cinder Ace, but the little ferret fire monkey motherfucker. Yeah, I got him. And then it's Vaporeon and Gyarados. And I'm like, oh, bitch. And I tell you, so Gloom actually was taken over because Gloom took out Seal with Sleep Powder, Mega Drain, and I made the gym leader waste all his hyper potions. Perfect. So he can't use them on the other two. Oh, but rest is an option. And all he did was rest and sleep talk and rest and sleep talk and rest and sleep talk and rest and sleep talk. And I didn't realize sleep talk actually does other moves.
Yes.
I was like, no, this isn't real.
You were gagged.
I was fucked me up, dude. I was like, what is happening?
That's the same energy. That's the same energy like when you use metronome or some random move and actually get something that actually pops off, and you're like, hold on, like Fisher bitch in his
started in his sleep. I hated it. So Gloom took out Seal, but Dugong took out Gloom, and then Dugong just proceeded to wear the girls for a second, and then they traded him out, and he puts pilots. I'm like, what in the AI is happening here, Jesus? So this is me. I'm like, how are we gonna do? I put in Vaporeon at 27. That tank held off that Piloswine and that water move because it's rock ice. Aha! I found the break. Surf over and over and over until he just gave up and he missed a rest. And I was like, yes, got him. Boom, he's out the door. And then I let Gyarados come in and stab. I love how I'm talking like this. This lets you know I've watched a lot of Pokemon Nuzlocke videos and stab.
I think that is hilarious.
I'm obsessed, actually, because I miss the old Pokemon games, and I've that's one of my new things this year. I said I was gonna go back to this shit that really made me happy. And once I found an emulator, it's Delta, by the way, everybody, that worked beautifully, especially with my iPad. It's up. So I have Emerald green on there, I think. I have Fire Red, and then I have Pokemon White. I have Pokemon Black 2, and I have the Heart Gold right now. But I want to find the emulator that does 3DS games because I'm trying to do Moon, but they said it's really hard to find. I'm like, really? I never finished Moon. They're like, what? I'm like, no, I never finished.
I hate Moon. I did not enjoy Gen 7.
They said Gen 7 is the hardest one, especially Ultra Sun and Moon, because they changed everything up with these totem shit and the way you're leveling and going through things is wild. So I never got to finish it because when I first started playing it, I was like, what is this? I kid you not. I was like, I don't like this.
You got to go with they made it so that you have to go into Ultra Space and find the Ultra Beast, and then there's all this stuff, and then you get Rainbow Rock. It's like
side quests versus gym heavy, and I like gym heavy. I want to be the very best, not some rando running around fucking people over. I no shade, Gary.
Oh, and the Tapus and I forgot about those. Yeah. But yeah, we could get online and play something. So people asked this last week. So yes, my YouTube channel is coming back. I'm talking to an editor right now because I don't have time, girl. I can't edit. I don't have time for that.
You see how?
But it's gonna, be different.
Yeah,
it's gonna be different. And so Dooley Does Food will become a segment that I do every so often, and it'll be more encompassing, so that I don't have to only focus on food.
Good.
Trying to get that up now, but we'll see when it happens.
We'll promote over here as we always do, and I encourage it as literally this is my life. Don't you forget, and I wouldn't take it back for anything in the world. Tell you that, which is why I'm always like, God, don't take it away. but listen, that's where you got Alolan Raichu and Ninetales. Well, I'm happy for Alolan Ninetales. Okay, that's what I
Oh,
I
it's
love. That's my
pretty.
favorite. Stupid pretty. But
It's
ice types for
pretty.
me are like
I don't like them very much.
they don't. They're ice cans. They're glass cannons. In my personal opinion, it's like you can get one nasty move off with them, but if somebody type matches you perfectly, you're out the door. It's always like 4 times effective. It's like, what are we doing today? I mean, hell, I beat that ice gym with 9 levels under Pokemon. You hear me? Like I have proof of that. And maybe 2, actually fuck all that, because I didn't have any extra potions. I had 1 hyper potion, 1 regular potion, and a full restore. And somehow I made it through. Somehow I made that through. Bitch, I'll never get. I wanted to look at my emulator like, baby, what was this? And also, yes, Whitney's mill tank is nasty.
Baby, that we still have nightmares about that.
I thought I was over leveled for her at one point. No, but no, honey. Nah. She took out my 2 Pokemon that were over leveled, and the rest had to do the work, and they literally had to sleep, poison powder. She had cured her. What? Okay, now I gotta paralyze this bitch. Oh, that was the saving grace. That paralyzed 3 times in a row. That RNG was everything. I'm like, yeah, yes, do not get
Whitney's
up.
Miltank traumatized us, Jermaine.
It's
Like
so heavy, and you hit it and nothing goes down. I'm like, what? How is it already maxed PP on everything? Not PP, but it's IVs are maxed at that low of level. That's crazy. So again, that's why I like gold. The gyms were harder than they were in white. White, I was going through them like that. I was like, yeah. It's all right. But
so
Johto,
Gen 5, so it's set up that way because Gen 5 is when competitive play popped off.
Yeah.
And so they set it up so that you could get through the game and then start building your competitive teams.
Okay. I can
That's
see
when Weather
that.
War started. You was fighting the other girl to make sure that your weather stayed up. Like it was, it was a lot.
Like I hate to tell y'all, if Pokemon was real, I would have to be a researcher. High key, I would be one of those people that's out in the wild. No, I'd quest, and I have my team. I'd always be ready to go. I'd be considered one of the people who's like a part of some special elite crew when they need folks to like investigate things. But I'd be super knowledgeable in Pokemon because I'd be immersing myself out in those zones in the wild and shit. That'd be my kind of life. I literally would be a nomad with an RV because I thought that it'd be so fucking cool. It would. I'm like, I sat here and studied this group of Mudkips today. Oh, because I'd love Mudkip. I'd have to find a shiny one in the wild. Oh, it'd be so cute. I love Mudkip. I'm so mad it's not one of the starters for this new game. I'm so mad.
I would be Giovanni and start the Black Leopard party. And we would advocate using our Pokemon. That's what I would do.
All of the Eevees. Do you understand me?
Baby, I ain't got enough money for all that.
Honey, when I tell you there'd be a whole bunch of Eevee here in my house smelling like shit up in here, Miss Thing. I kid you not. That house would be cute. Do you understand?
I put muck on my front porch so people would stop coming to visit me. Like, leave me alone.
Well,
like,
not the trash one, not the one that's like the trash. What's the thing? I forget his
Garbiter.
name. Yeah, there we go. Put that one out in the front. Okay, this house is not a home. But no, it's Chikorita, Tepig, and Totodile are the starters for the new one. And I was like,
that's interesting.
I may choose Chikorita just because I want to see what that mega evolution is going to be. I almost feel like I have to choose Totodile because that was I know that baby very well. That was my second playthrough. But Tepig, I want a fire Pokemon in the wild. Yeah, I don't want the firefighting again. I just can't do it. I want it to be Grass Fairy too. I heard that the new evolutions, because the starters get new evolutions for their versions of the game, like they did with the Hisuian versions. I'm hoping Grass Fairy too. I pray for Grass Fairy. Like, please, like a Comfy and a Meganium. Because Disarming Voice is one of the moves for her. So everyone's like, oh, it might be that. And they think that Totodile is going to go Dark Water. And then folks want Tepigs to be Steel Fire versus Ghost Fire, like how you know,
Interesting.
Typhlosion was. Because they're like, if it's Ghostfire again, like, what the fuck? I like Ghostfire personally, but
I was gonna say personally, I'm not gonna care until Game Freak pays what they owe and gives us Mega Flygon, because we bitch should already had hers, and y'all keep playing in our faces. I don't give a hot ass about Chikorita. Where is Mega Flygon? Okay, bitch.
not sure if
Where
Flygon
is it?
stands. I love Flygon's design. Shout out to Flygon HG on here.
It was right there, and we kept getting the most random Megas.
I need a Mega Evolution for the Eevee evolutions.
I wonder how that would work, but that could be fun.
My Vaporeon would look fucking sick. Jolteon would look disgustingly amazing. A giant porcupine, like all puffed up and shit, looking crazy. I just don't want Gigantamax to ever come back.
Oh yeah, agree, friend. Agree. Baby, I would take a Z move before I would take a Giganta anything. I did not enjoy that.
That was the music for the terror stuff too. I used to hate that shit when someone would terrorize or whatever. And it's like, like, what is this
and
music?
Speaking of terror, Game Freak, give Gengar Levitate again. I'm tired of you. Why y'all keep touching stuff that y'all don't need to be touching, friend? And nobody asked for that.
Just give them the balloon, Dooley. Let them float in the air. They gotta pop it for it.
No, baby. I don't have space for that balloon. I got other things going on, okay?
He's holding leftovers, Matt. What are you talking about? He needs to eat.
A black sludge, a leftover, something, a band.
Oh, I love Black Sludge with a poison type Pokemon, baby. Bitch, I used to live for that. That mother is completely healed
touching
up.
Stuff. And I'd be like, girl, please.
Shellbell ain't shit in the earlier gens because it
Correct.
Scarlet and Violet, when I use Shellbell, that actually gives me life. In the game I'm playing now, I had it on for such a long. I'm like, girl, why is it just 2? Why is it 3?
Well, yeah, I wasn't always like that.
Super effective, critical, 3 health. What kind of bell is this? Oh, my motherfucking shit. I also just realized I can't get a Steelix, and I went to the Pokeathon thing and worked that out. Got the metal coat and was like, put it on him. Nothing happened. Looks it up. Trade. Game doesn't.
You got to trade metal coat
because nothing's on here. So I have to do a regular trade with the gym leader for the Dragon Gym or whatever her name is. I think Electric Gym. I forget her name.
Can you do trades with players on the emulator?
No.
I was gonna be like, girl, I could just give you a Steelix. I'm sure I got one in storage somewhere. But like,
wish you could, because the emulator is okay. Let me disconnect this so I could like actually show you what I'm talking about, because it's wild how the emulator works, y'all. And you can look up the YouTube videos where you're not supposed to promote. They'll tell you about it, but again, you're not the whole work or whatever, right? It's so good, especially like if you have an iPad, Dooley, or if your phone's like huge or something. Like that motherfucker is big. So this is how mine looks like on my iPad. Where's this camera? There we go. Right? Like that is wild, friend.
That is
huge. So I have what I consider to be an XL in my possession, and XL in my possession.
That is big.
And you can save the game or whatever, like regularly and shit, like in the game, but you also can do a menu and do like save states where you can jump back in case like your system died on you or whatever, and it will have done an auto save. And many of times that has happened to me. So yeah, and there are places you can go to get specific games, wink wink, and ROM hacks that are like very, very hard and very like, there's some puzzles and maze ones that you can do, and ones where if you like go into someone's house, it drops you off in some random city and you have to like play around that shit. So I'm like, what? But yeah, my new favorite thing now. And I love that I have a PlayStation 5 for here, Switch, and I have been given all my time to this emulator. It has been doing the Lord's work. So it's so much fun playing the old games. So much fun. I highly recommend it, y'all.
That's a good
time. That was my promo. But yeah. That's my promo. No, it's fun, y'all. I swear on it, especially for those of you who never experienced those games and you're like, I just want a game to play and do all that. If you're like, how did you do that, Matthew? There is YouTube videos, and that's all I'm gonna say, that will literally walk you through the process. And that's how I did it. I typed in, how do I do A, B, C, D, E? Because when people ask me sometimes, I gag because I'm like, y'all, you literally, the question you just asked me, and no shade, ask me because I may sound awesome when I say my answers. Anywhere. And it's just going to pull like literally forum pages with step by, or a YouTube video, or this, or it's. There's also websites. Where is this one that I go to?
There's always websites.
Cerebi.net. Oh yeah, baby. Like the breakdown.
I love Cerebi.
You good. Like
Bulbapedia is great.
Yeah, especially
there's another one.
Bulbapedia is a little bit more detailed than Cerebi sometimes when it comes to like finding specific shit. If you can't find it on Cerebi, go to Bulbapedia. That I will tell you from my experience with the last 2 games. Because there's sometimes I'm like, oh no, I have to look at the guide like a kid. I need a guidebook because Pokemon ain't no like just walk around and do whatever game. I ended up in Mahogany Town, by the way, before 2 gyms. So that'll tell you.
You walked in the wrong direction and almost got caught up.
All of a sudden I'm at Lake of Rage and shit. I'm like, what is going on? Like, you straight level 30.
Was the red Gyarados still there with Lance?
And I got my red Gyarados. I sure did get my red Gyarados. The only shiny I probably will see in this game. But yes, because I never got shinies when I was playing the older games. I only got them in the newer games. I never
really
never found
them. So my first shiny was Heart Gold and Soul Silver. What? It was a ditto. I was up at 10 o'clock at night. I was up at 10 o'clock at night after TGIF. Watching 2020 with Barbara Walters play. Yes, I used to watch 2020 because I thought it was interesting. Okay,
no, 2020 was good with Barbara Walters. It was good with Barbara Walters and that one guy before they changed it up. But
and it randomly popped up, and I was like, "Why do you look like that?" And then I was like, "Is something wrong with my?" And I had the OG big game. It was a fat Game Boy, and I was like, "Is my shit broken?"
That's me with Scarlet and Violet. Since there's no noises now, I be squinting like, what is that? That don't look right. Oh my god, I'm sorry. That's my favorite thing. So that I will give Pokemon. Whenever you see one, that is ultimate top tier, like energy, excitement. Like,
well, I would look. I am very interested, especially like. I plan on streaming once I do this like rebrand. So like let's just play. I'm gonna play anyway. We may as well just play together and get paid to play some video games, okay?
I think I tried on my channel and YouTube has my algorithm set to the gayest stuff ever. So if your channel does it, by all means, I will just put my Cash App in my window like we've been doing, and we will push because I'm always down to play a game. And then I know with Switch 2. I feel like they're going to have something to do with streaming, which will be so much better. And I'll be so happy about that because I have been dying to play Mario Party with C. Diggy and Dooley on camera with y'all because it's quite a time when we're just not on camera alone, if you will. So
I'm in the middle of the row, and I got Matthew on one side, and I got Chris on the other side. Both of them tagging each other, and I'm like, why?
Competitive. As fuck, pretending we're not like targeting them, totally building a case. Gabby. Yeah, we both voted.
And then when y'all get y'all favorite games and be trying to lock in, I be like, this is so funny. Talking shit in the text message thread. I'm just like, y'all are hilarious. Here come that. You and your Amber Bastard character over here stealing stars.
I love that you said Amber Bastard. This
or Bastard Amber is what I meant.
Yes, because that's a Jackie's Back reference, and Dooley knows it's one of my favorite movies, and I will reference that at the most inappropriate times. Don't you think it needs something else? I think it needs a Bastard Amber. You heard the girl. Give us a Bastard Amber. You got it. You bastard.
He's coming with the checkbook.
The man on him, her, mwah, mwah. You're crazy.
I just watched the movie again last week.
It is I consider it a part of Black history as far as movies are concerned, and one of the greatest underrated, um, Black cinema films of our time. Honestly, shout out to Robert Townsend. He did a lot of the Lord's work back in the day with movies.
He sure did.
Y'all don't know. Blank Man was that girl. Meteor Man. Boo, take you there. Okay, like he had his hands in a lot of things. I used to watch his show too. On
The Parenthood. The Parenthood.
Was that like a red brick house or something? A little not a brownstone, but it was like a town home and it was red brick. I remember
60,
that.
He's 68. He's younger than what I thought, which means he was young popping off. I didn't realize he was that young at the time. Like,
let's see here. Oh, I still haven't watched Nosferatu, and I know it's on Peacock. It looks like I have hair coming off my nose, but I don't, and I don't know what's going on right here. It looks so weird to me. I've been staring at it.
It's just the shadow.
It has to be because I'm like, it's not there.
It's the shadow.
It's making me, yes. It's a piece of, it's a hair right here that, you know what, Matt, you know what this means? It's time to cut your hair, baby. That's what that means. It's time to groom. You got a little fluff right here, a little fluff of hair.
That's okay. You had a little Barbie action before you got on camera, and you just
did I have Barbie action this week?
You're filling your oats.
No, I haven't had that this week. Hopefully.
Baby, read the private chat. Read the private chat.
Oh my goodness. What's happening here? Absolutely not.
Absolutely not, friend. That was a hard no.
that was a long time ago. Many moons
I have
ago.
never.
That was around the time when I was first coming into my zone of where the gay folks at from the front to back, and I landed with these folks first and found out about the being a token in a group like that, and that
you saw queer as folk before you saw Noah's Ark and had to figure out.
I lived queer as folk first. Watch Queer as Folk first, and then did Noah's Ark. It's crazy because that's how it went down. And then it was like I met one white friend who introduced me to all these white guys and the black guys that wanted to be white, low key. And like I got to be immersed in that world of how weird that shit was. And it wasn't always about race. I'm just be real with that. But like some shit, I was like, this is so much fun. And other stuff, I'm like, and it was like there was always that one in the group that had a lot of money from a sugar daddy. Dead ass, and we'd always be able to go to a nice house and have fun and do whatever we wanted to do. But my other friend, who I'm not cool with no more, I remember we met on a dating app, and that's how we met. But it was like, nah, we're gonna be friends because we really Judies, because we felt the sister trap. You know what I'm saying? It was like, no, it's not gonna work. And he took me to my first gay club, black gay club, because my first gay club was South Beach, and I snuck in at 16. I know, shut up, Matt. But this one was Big Yo's, and Big Yo's is a black lesbian club, but it also has the punks and all them be up in there too or whatever. And that was that was my first time, and I was 17. I saw J-setting, I saw bucking, I saw voguing. That was my first 17 years old, bitch. And I was in a warehouse in near downtown Houston, off of 59, right over there by the Ferrari place. It's not over there no more. I'll never forget it. That my world changed. I was like, oh, this feels right. I was like, this is it. This is it. And after that, everything changed. Like everything was up from there. Like very much that. But yeah, there's always that one person in your life that's going to show you this is where you want to go. Not there. You're going to think that's it. It's over here. You're going to like that. You're going to love this, bitch. True T. Shout out to all the gays out there.
Shout out to
Shout out to our lesbians more so.
Make sure you smile to the cameras now that you're being surveilled again. Smile.
And to the bisexuals. I see you. I am not a gay that will be like, no. I'm a gay that will be like, yes.
I do not see you.
Oh, that's not okay.
I'm kidding. I'm literally just kidding. Please. I'm literally just kidding. Literally just kidding.
I cannot. I've run into a lot of bad guys lately. But let's see here.
You know what? I don't.
I'm a worldwide
and then when I do encounter them, they quickly want to get into that that position, and I be like, yes, girl.
They be Archibald. They be Archibald with you. Okay.
Because they've been over here hutching with Megan for 6 years, and they're like, "Oh, baby, hold on."
I had to tell some dude that. I said, "Let me tell you, don't you Archibald on me anytime." I said, "What you mean?" I said, "You better not turn around and say that back bend better." No, it don't. Because I got double jointed hips, and I'll show you. But let me show y'all. How's my Black History Month? Well, we made it.
Black History Month was, I mean, partially I had a great Black History Month. I mean, our Cheeto overlord aside. That being said, you know, it gave what it gave.
It did what it did. It did what it did. I mean, was it even Black History Month since it's no longer it? No, I'm just kidding. But like, yeah, I mean, this like again, we saw some things happen that were cool. You know, Danielle wasn't eliminated during Black History Month.
We got Kendrick.
Neither was Lana Jarrett or Corey King or Anya Nerve, so that's good. Anya
One of them probably
months.
should have got eliminated during Black History Month.
Well, yeah, whatever was left in them should have definitely removed.
I mean, the rest of it is in Lydia, so
you know that she do give me a piggy bank, but you know it is what it is. One with the thing at the bottom you can just pull open and just like squeeze out. But I assume that's where her fashion is going. But yeah, I just let me not talk about that girl. Let me not talk because I like Lydia. I just find some of the things that are happening. Some of the things that are happening are like, whoo, this is a lot. I can't not even have.
What do you think about this this Susie 2 villain edit that we're now getting?
I haven't seen the preview for tonight's episode just yet, but like I'm kind of here for this being the anti-Jinx. I'm kind of here for it. I'm not even gonna lie. They wanted her to be Jinx so bad, but this is really Black Diamond. Okay, like I know she's Jewish and Russian, but Black Diamond is doing it. Okay. They were trying to make Susie Black so bad. Y'all were trying to give her a color so bad. Oh my God.
I never even stopped to think about where she was from in that way.
I clocked in the moment I saw her based on like location and everything else, hair, the full bit. I was like, oh, okay, she ain't Black. But like, there's definitely a mixture of things happening in there. You know, she's got a different background, but it was the fact that the girl saw a button nose real quick. It was like, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Whoa, before you get that spiritual out. There are Christian walkers out here who are actually that, but don't want to be. So we got to talk about it, sweetie.
Shout out to Fierce Delicious. We miss you.
Don't do that to my Fierce Delicious. Hey, Fierce Delicious. How you doing, tall
Baby,
friend?
I miss Fierce Delicious on my TV.
She's funny in person too. Yo, she's a key in person. She's a key in person. Walked up to me, so bitch, you didn't come to my booth. I was like, wait a minute. I was on
would I let Fierce be on my team? No. Would I go to a party with Fierce? Absolutely.
I know her runway is looking on a team though. If we're gonna clock it, because that last season, Mama was chewing. I'm like, okay, we got multiple choice. What was it that what do you think about Drag Rule? Oh, the show Drag Rules, that one with the guy who hosts at Mickey's is hosting the show. It gives me the Mickey's roster along with Bitch Puddin'. Shout out to Bitch Puddin', Precinct, Legend. Shout out to Precinct, love that club. Bar club.
I love Precinct too. She's cute.
Live, and they're also the first place I performed in Dragon. So boop, 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 boop. They will always be home bar.
baby, them chicken tenders.
It just, I just like the vibe of Precinct. It just gives me what I need. And I like the fact there's so much separation in space. So if you don't feel like being a part of the show, you can go into a completely different area and do what you want to do. I also like the staff. The staff there was so amazing. Y'all were nice and wonderful. Thank you so much for having us. Like, it's like there was a time that I was there, it was the panel, and then there was a time I was there just in geesh as piece of cake, like multiple occasions and persuasions, and the conversations that we've had. Yeah, so much tea. that I will never, ever, ever be able to tell you. As I've had it. Whoa, girl. Get a queen drunk from the show. Get her drunk real quick, and they spill. And you hold all that shit. I'm tired of y'all girls going to Reddit and fucking shit up for people. If somebody tell you their tea, that's not for you to spread, bitch. That's for you to keep to yourself.
That's why the girls don't dance in the club now, because she was recording and talking shit about them on social
she was
media.
comfortable talking. Don't tell her story. That was now you can be cool. You can have that. Somebody could be like, no, bitch, you don't know her. But no, you want to go to, I'm bragging about this. I haven't even told y'all half the shit that Candy was telling me at that table that one time. Or all the, like, I can go down the line of people I met that ran me shit. And it's like, you just don't speak on that because that just needed a moment to have a breath. Like, I didn't want to talk about this. And Dooley was there for a few times. Matt, you were wrong. This is what really happened. Like, all of us in the panel. We're not going to say one queen in particular, but she like literally was like, there were 2 times y'all were wrong. This is what happened. And it made so much sense when they said it. It's like, oh, yeah, they couldn't tell that on TV. No, they couldn't do that. That would ruin all. Yeah, I get that. Like, you get it, but that's television. And that works on every show. Like every reality competition show. There's not a script. There's just
you talk about that one. Talk about that one.
That one.
That one.
That one.
That was a great conversation.
I'm glad you remembered that conversation.
That was
remember you walked away and you were like, Matthew, and I was like, I told you. I was like, you just, Fred, all you gotta do, just sit down and then hold it, and then afterwards be like, wow, and we're done. Like, it ain't coming from us, bitch. Whoever else spilled was a hoe. But yeah, it was also that one time there was that one interview I had, and they were like, we don't gotta film this, but my camera was still going and my mic was still on, and we deleted the conversation. But I learned a lot about season 11 that day. I learned a lot. I was like, oh my god, what? And then I just said, all right. And that's enough. That was me. And that's enough. I've had my fill for num.
I think the gaggiest tea I ever got from a girl was about All Stars 3. I think that was some of the gaggiest. Where I was like, that's what happened. Yeah.
This is why I stopped asking for tea and why I don't answer emails anymore like I used to, because it turns me into one of those people who's cynical about the show. And I'm like, oh, you guys. And then other times when I don't know what's going on and they correct it, it makes it that much more fun because I'm like, oh, I was close though. They're like, yeah, you were there, but that's what really went down. And it's like, oh, okay, it makes even more sense. But like, it just, that's why I used to be so defensive, Dooley, of seeing the shit on like social media when the girls are doing these wild fucking takes, because you're like, that's not at all what happened.
How you get there?
Like the direction people drive in sometimes. Jesus Christ, didn't Kennedy tell you something about All Stars 3? No. Me and Kennedy had a conversation, not about All Stars 3. It had nothing to do with Drag Race specifically. And that's all I'm gonna say. But we had a conversation. But I had one about a particular queen that was on a season recently that we were dragging for Infinity and Beyond about some shit that they did as to why they are not on the list no more like they used to be. And Dooley knows who I'm talking about. But like, whoo, girl, all this shit. Whoa.
Not in unison. Not in unison.
Oh, you were typing that out too? Oh my God. We were typing that out. And we found out like a lot. Like, baby, you thought Gabby had a binder going into that round table. Don't let me sit in front of her. Do not let me sit in front of her. I have names, time stamps, dates, people in productions. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because like, the list is long with that one, and there's a reason why you're not seeing her like you used to, and why she's trying so hard to get right back in the good public again. Because like, honey.
Hi, Cameron. Hello.
Oh, do y'all know each other?
Greetings.
Have you? We
do now.
Have you been wading in his water? Wait.
Baby, it's been some time. You know, I will happily host. Come through.
Oh my goodness. Top never says. Okay, listen, I just
Baby,
oh my
rent getting paid
goodness.
tomorrow. Like, I would love to enjoy my
Oh
apartment.
yes.
Please.
It is a reminder. Rent is paid getting paid tomorrow. Paulina, I have not seen the most recent episode of Yellow Jackets yet. I was definitely dealing with car stuff this whole week, so I have to save that for Monday, along with the new White Lotus that comes out, of course, on Sunday. So Monday I'll be talking.
What are y'all thinking about White Lotus? Are you living?
Ooh, shout out to Cameron. I like the slow build. The
Baby,
problem
I
I
also
have.
play with other tops. That is negotiable.
I died. I'm resuscitated. I'm gonna order something today. ADHD. I do have that.
The topics that have been discussed in the last 10 seconds.
Oh my god, I do want something to eat. And I was like, do I want to come? Like, fuck no. My kitchen, my sink is
friend. I still gotta clock 2 miles before I have dinner. So I gotta do my 2 miles and then go make dinner.
Yeah, we're wrapping this.
No worries.
Where did it go? I got to food. We were looking up Yellow Jackets, and I said that, and then the car, and then that was gonna be a point of it's gone.
We started talking about top.
It's gone.
And then you had
it's gone. It's gone. Damn it. It's gone. Fucking fuck. It's gone. No. I had a whole point.
And then you were like, ooh, I gotta
because my stomach went like this. It was like, hey, I know you we're cool with your friend. Yeah, hey, dude, my stomach. Hey, friend. Because he had his food before. He knows Dooley's food. Okay. So the tummy was like, hello. Matty could eat his food better now because he was not going to be dealing with stomach issues like he was on the trip because Matty was like pre-diabetic on Dooley's trip and didn't know it, which was the gag. That's where my stomach problem came from. Isn't that crazy? But my body just was like, hey, you had breakfast. It's now 5, 6 something. About time you think about dinner. And I did go to the grocery store today. But no, I'm not ordering any food. No, I'm not. I'm air frying chicken tenders because I bought chicken tenders today specifically for that. Boom, there we go. And a salad. Never mind. Boom, done. All right. Talk myself out of spending money. That's been me this whole week.
I think I'm gonna buy a rotisserie chicken, but I made a lentil chili that I have to send for free.
Rotisserie chicken. I should have bought a rotisserie chicken today. $6.99 on Kroger's.
I love rotisserie chicken.
Season the chicken. I always put some seasoning in the back. Quick and let it get baked with seasonings and stuff. 2 cloves of garlic. Squeeze that bitch right on there. Do what you need to do.
Oh, we love ASMR.
Because we both got the same microphones with these uncircumcised penis heads, and it just works out.
I also really like uncircumcised penis.
Well, I just like penis. Long, one's short, one's fat, one's skinny, one's big.
It was the short ones that took me. I said, wait, hold on. Hold on. Y'all keep them.
Listen, the boyfriend pain can be fine. I'm just saying,
I don't think boyfriend pain is little though.
No boyfriend.
It's just manageable.
7 to 6 is like boyfriend pain for me. It's like 8 to 9. That means you're about to place a ball in my wall and tell it to go what? And then I just really do hate myself. That's just where it goes.
I hope the girls have insurance because
I do, but I also have a body that has a long passageway. Just allow them to walk down the hallway. They will find the door. There's a closet door. That's called the second hole. I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop. I'm just gonna stop. I'm gonna stop.
we appreciate storage in this family.
It was giving a stereo conversation out of that ass. And I hated where it was going. And I saw my emoji character just talking with the microphone.
Blah, 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 blah.
Today when I was in the grocery store, I thought of something. And then I didn't think of anything. And then I put the sugar-free honey mustard back. So I encourage all of you to possibly put that one thing back in your grocery cart that you know you picked up, that you know damn well you have no reason to bring home.
And yours was sugar-free honey mustard.
What sin? What
You
sin?
you grab a honey mustard, and I'm putting back turkeys and roasts that I don't need.
It was like the most random honey mustard on the shelf, mind you, and it was like $3.99, so it was on sale, and I was like, okay. But as I was going through the store, I was going, why do I need this? Exactly. And what am I making that I have at the house where I already said I'm making sketty one night? I'm making teriyaki chicken the next night with some stir-fried vegetables. And I was going to do a little chicken tender barbecue glaze moment tonight and make some makeshift mac and cheese, which for me and the girls that don't know, I make it on the stove at first, but then I put it in the oven to like crisp it and get the bake kind of feel for it. And I have one of those pots that you can put in the oven. And I say a little makeshift because it's not in the pan like I normally like to have, like a pan macaroni and cheese, but it's just me. So it's like just the stovetop, but you put it, and it's not Velveeta. I don't do that anymore. That's cheating. I have learned how to do a roux properly. That's how you do it. It's the only way. You must make a roux. Heavy cream. Get your seasonings in there. Okay. Get the cheeses you want. I normally like the ones that break down better. Even though I tried provolone one time, big mistake, but it kind of made it awesome because that cheese is really good. When it gets melty, she get like, she like the pull, honey. So like I had my feels. I was like, oh my God, she's drinking. Yeah, very that. And it tasted so good. But I normally do mozzarella, sharp cheddar, Colby Jack, and then I get fancy with the other one. It could be anything with the fourth option, but I normally do a 4 cheese. 1 egg in that bitch. My mama taught me how to do that because she's like, it's your binder, baby. And then but she also likes to put the cream at the bottom with the noodles. It's weird. And it works out really well. I don't know. Deb used to make it really good. But me, I can never emulate what my mama made. I can make my version of it, but I can never do hers. And I hate that so much. I hate it. Oh, mommy, I wish you were still here.
It'd be like that sometimes.
I need it, baby. Ooh, chili from her homemade. A pot roast. Oh, now because we would have beef every now and then like that, like a big old, just fall off the bone. Oh my God, yes, Jesus! I used to be so happy as a kid. My mama cooked, bitch. I was big. Okay, well, I wasn't big, but we were growing children. We took echinacea, golden seal, and vitamin C in the morning. Grits, eggs, turkey bacon, orange juice, and a water, and left the house with a cutie.
With a cutie.
Eat it in the car. Get your vitamin C. You know, these motherfuckers are sick up here. Deborah. Like, for real. Like, we'd always get extra vitamin C everything because my mom was like, these people do not teach their children to wash their hands. They do not cover their mouths. You don't have time to be sick. So don't be sick. I went to school sick several days. Several times with a whole thing of tissue. Like, I don't know. You can be in class. You could. I have to like really play like I was out of it for them to like just let me stay at home because my mom was like, you fake it, because there were days I faked. Libra. Oh yeah, girl, I got out of school a couple of days. Fuck all that. Don't let me have a car. I'm going to the Walgreens to get me some medicine. No, bitch, I went to the movies.
Oh my God.
Came back. My mom was like,
you gone for 90 minutes?
Yeah, she's like, that's a 2-hour trip back to the Walgreens. They couldn't find my prescription. She knew. She just let me get away with it because she was tired. I'm like, I just give up. Dolores is the one choosing the winner this season. Dolores could win the season. She could, technically, because she could play both Britney and Danielle going forward all the way through, thinking that Dolores don't know what's going on. Dolores is like, I think you are a traitor. And she'll get all the money. It'll be Black History Month.
I don't want Dolores to win. I do not think Dolores has played a very good game at all. Based upon who's left, if the Traitors don't take it, Give it to Dylan, because Dylan was actually trying to do the work. Like, Gabby,
uh,
I don't think so.
I'd rather Gabby take it over Dylan. I just don't want him and his fam. Like you're good, Dylan. Look at you. The mediocrity of cuteness is going to take you far. Like, you're all right. I'd rather Gabby have it because it feels like she never got anything from her show in the first place, or better yet, Dolores, because maybe she can turn into Raven's color next. Britney, because Britney needs a brain. I'm kidding. This is not the Wizard of Oz. And Danielle, because she needs a heart. No, there's no. If Danielle survives this next table, like, go ahead, give it to her, because there's no way. That is my take on it. Like, if that lady can make it through that long with give it to her now, because there's no way. Like, y'all just let it happen. You really did. Okay, Mina, I see you. Yeah, it is time to go. I am going past my limit over here. Dooley came in late, but we did get his opinions on Traitors, and you'll hear him again on Sunday. As a reminder, Jamar84 will not be on the panel Sunday. He is filming that day, so he will be joining me tomorrow for the Drag Race review, like old times. And we'll be doing the review that day. But on Sunday's panel, Dooley will be joining me with Gabby with an eye. We may have C. Diggy step on through again. And who knows, maybe Blake Keisha, Dooley's rival out in the Johto streets. Kanto streets may be out there for him. Yes, go for it. Connect for. Dooley, tell people your social medias. I hear you.
You can find me, I updated the Linktree this week. So linktree.com/Dooley__.
Thank you, Dooley. Hi, both of you. Hello. Did I wake you up? Did I do something? Why are you both up? What time is it? Oh, it's dinner. That's why. Okay. I'm like, why are they over here? I'm used to finishing this at 5 something, so it's now. It's dinner time. Thank you, Dooley, for stepping on, and I had a fun time just talking with you about Traitors and other things as well. Vanguard players only.
Yes, I will not be on this evening because that's when the children are on, and I will cut somebody out. I will be playing tomorrow morning. So if you catch me online, you can find me at Daddy Daycare_, where Daddy takes care of you as long as you take care of him.
That's an ad that's not in the paper, so don't take it that way. And I appreciate you again for being here.
Unless you play Scarlet Witch or Jeff.
Bet. Not the shark.
You can the absolute worst. Baby, keep that in quick play. Do not bring that over here.
Oh, Jeff is so adorable. Can't. But yes, if all my links are available. Yummy. Oh, you're so cute.
Girl, shut the hell up. Get out of my way.
Just 5. Oh my goodness. No,
you play Psylocke, I respect you. I'm sorry, man.
I actually have played Psylocke a few times. I think I won both my times I played with her, but I have to get used to her. But no, if again, my links are in the Linktree section of this. That didn't make sense. My links are in the About section of this channel with my Linktree links. And you can also find me on Patreon. I did do a reaction to this week's episode of The Traitors, as well as the most recent episode of The White Lotus. So check it out. I will be doing a reaction for Drag Race tonight. So if you're part of my Patreon, again, for as low as $1 a month, you can catch my reaction in real time, or the time that I recorded it, and get my first take on the show directly there. And trust me, I'm always saying something during my reaction or doing something.
What's the challenge tonight? It's sewing, right? It's sewing
design,
challenge, right?
Design.
Oh, okay.
I saw one. Oh, and they're in the reading challenge is the mini challenge. I saw one little piece, and I didn't want to see the spoiler, but like apparently RuPaul said some joke because the black girls are all on the team.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, it's getting real racial up in here. And I was like, please say tension after it. And she didn't. And I was like, fuck. And then she asked the question, what high school did y'all go to? Martin Luther. And I stopped the clip right there. I just stopped the clip right there.
None of them are old enough to make like a Cooley High joke or like a Steve Harvey, Mr. Hightower. Like they're all too young.
I'm over here like, bitch, I was waiting for the Tisha Campbell reference for an AK, Sorrow, something like nothing.
Baby, do you remember that one day we stayed up until 3 a.m. watching Tisha Campbell's music
We
video?
did. Okay, true story. Because we used to be on these Facebook groups together, and it was like Zoom or Skype calls we used to do.
We was on Zoom.
And like we were up for a long time, bitch. Like the sun was like peeking over here and everything. And we were going down a rabbit hole of just funny stuff, just laughing. I'm not going to talk about somebody, but I am going to talk about somebody who used to wear my nerves out in that group.
Oh, I wonder what she's doing these days.
I do not.
I wonder what she's doing.
I don't want to know. I was good with not having to hear someone's phone in their pocket because they didn't just want to get off the call but sit there and let us listen to them going home to then get home and then just start doing something that had nothing to do with what the group was doing. Bitch, we be over here in the middle of having a conversation. All of a sudden, and then people are still talking. What you know about me in my morning? And I'm like, okay? Everyone focus on her. Everyone focus.
You got to do the church vibrato though.
Yeah.
What is going on?
I wish them the best, but they used to drive a me, girl. I was like, oh, sister, please jump in the conversation.
Shout out to Kagan. I was talking to Kagan earlier this week. We were talking about the substance.
I'm glad to see Kagan back on the internet. They took a break for a little while. But good to see Kagan. I love them down. They made me a wonderful birthday cake. That was so good. I want another one, low key. I wish I lived closer. I'd go to that bakery. Here you go. I'm one.
Speaking of, so allegedly, I will be in Houston for my birthday.
And here's your birthday present. Happy birthday.
Mug that I was supposed to get last year.
Yes. Allegedly, you better be here for your birthday.
Allegedly, the weekend of April 25th, I will be in Houston.
So you should be here, and you shall get your mug that Bunny has made. Everyone's like, why don't you mail it? Girl, that costs money. Y'all don't know me, sweetie. Like, I may have a post office box, but shit, like there is only so much I'm over here asking people how to get a passport. They're like, girl, just go to the post office. Really? Me.
Yes.
So
make an appointment.
Okay.
Make an appointment.
I have to make an appointment. Oh my gosh.
Make an appointment. Have your stuff filled out before you get there. Have your photo taken before you get there, and then you can just cruise through.
Okay. That photo part was a new one for me. All right. Okay.
Some post office locations used to take them, but currently, since there is no money, you may have to go to a CVS or
a Walgreens, because Jeff's boyfriend is the one that's like, you can take a picture over here. And I was like, great. Why did I say it like I don't know his name? Hey, Troy, what's going on, Fred? I'm sorry.
I was going to ask Troy, right?
Yeah, but I said that because Julie, yes, I think that's why in my brain I wanted to make sure I emphasize, because you always give a keek flirt to my friend Javon.
You talking about Jeff?
That is not your man. Yes.
Not yet.
Not ever. Listen, call me DMX.
We gotta get Zeus Network. We can get Zeus Network, okay?
No, fuck them. Okay. Yeah, still fuck y'all. Okay. Trying to get my channel taken down. Who is taking away customers from you? You talk to the cokeheads that you hire, sweetie. Anywho, we gotta go. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Drop it to people in those jars if you feel like it.
Bye, Jeff. See you later.
Julie. Jeff is not watching. I will not tell about this video, nor Troy.
Jeff with a G.
You're gonna find out. You're gonna find
out. Hopefully I do. Hopefully.
Because like that's not So no, I feel like I need to have a water bottle with Dooley sometimes. Just spritz him when he. Are you? So you're choking on candy, right? Okay, great. So
I sure am. A
this
nice,
is
a nice
blueberry.
Werther's, a nice lifesaver.
Werther's.
Werther's. The last thing that I will say before we go, as I've gotten older, it has become abundantly clear that I've spent a lot of time with my grandparents because the other girls are not thinking about the same things that I'm thinking about.
It's you pulling a caramel out your pocket. Because Dooley's grandparents are like my parents' age. So, like, his grandparent conversation is like my parent conversation because my mama carried the strawberry candies, the Werther's, the cream savers.
Those are delicious. Delicious.
Twist my lips to the strawberry cream ones. Oh my God. I probably am the best creation they ever made. Hands down. Are they still available in the store?
I think so. I think you can get a cream saver.
I am gonna have to look next time I go in the grocery store.
I think you can.
If I can find them, I will have them bitches and I will lose a toe. But yes, I would get sugar-free candy, but I've learned my lesson in the toilet agrees. Yeah. That's a trap, everybody. If you got beat, you just have a low amount of sugar. Because that sugar-free stuff, that's the
You don't like this, baby. Sometimes the substitutes have a little flavor.
It's literally like putting a brick in your tummy and then being like, make your way through, because that shit don't digest, girl.
You don't like Splenda. You don't like stevia. You don't like the substitute.
I do Splenda with my coffee. Now I do Splenda with my coffee because coffee is a natural, like, get out of here. But like if you're doing like a baked good and it's made with
it's not the same.
I've learned my lesson. Fuck you, Kroger's, for that pie I had for Thanksgiving. I had tummy aches for at least 3 days. Like that. Oh, it was painful. But my abs feel different now. They're good.
If you want a substitute, get you some agave.
I heard that was better.
Get you some agave.
That's the
honey and agave. I swear by. If you don't want an actual like sugar,
I actually do use honey now for a lot of my sugar and stuff when I want a little sweetness. And it is, Dooley is correct. Like my Cheerios are the ones that are for. My Cheerios are like not the kid friendly ones, or the adult yellow box Cheerios because there's like no sugar in it. I drizzle a little honey on top. I cut half a banana on top. Boom. That is my little light breakfast. I get a little fruit in there. The honey's for the sweetness. 2% milk because that's actually really good for you apparently versus like skim milk, which I didn't realize. 2% is better, or even whole fat can be better based on your dietary restrictions and stuff. We're good to go. But yes, I definitely use honey now, and I love honey. Honey's everything. So good. Okay. No Balenciaga. We will see you. You'll see me and Dooley Sunday. You'll see me tomorrow, Friday, with Jamar 84. I got to get ready for Drag Race. I will make
girl, I got to get on the treadmill.
Get your treadmill on.
I got on clothes. I do got on clothes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We will see you for the next one. Bye, everybody. Take care.
Listen. Yeah.